the 250 bottle of Hennessy, which is called Hennessy XO.
Oh,
Yeah, I
oh
said
man.
that's gonna be my retirement drink, right? I said that's gonna be my retirement drink.
Okay.
I've been planning that maybe like over a decade. I've been said that because I always drank Hennessy, right? But I said, yo, I'm gonna get the good stuff for my retirement, right? So I posted it on there, and Donnell was like, man, you must have black in you if that was your go-to drink. Like, yo, he's like, you definitely out of all the drinks, my man said Henny, but the good
Oh
one, yeah,
man. Good stuff. Yeah.
and it was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Drink
the
that.
retire.
Puerto Rock ready to fight people.
Oh shit, you know.
Yeah, good
But
stuff.
everything went good, man. The retirement went good. I downloaded the video. I might upload it, maybe not, or probably just show clips and pictures. I got my professional pictures because my wife paid for professional photos to be done. They finally came in, so
Oh, okay.
so I'll start posting stuff little by little on Twitter, of course, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. But you know, but overall, it's good.
Yeah, that's sick, dog. That's sick.
Yeah,
Congrats,
yeah.
brother.
Congratulations again, bro.
Enjoy that, man.
Thank you,
Congrats.
thank you.
Congrats.
It was a great time.
20,
Earned it.
29 years, huh?
Yeah, bro.
Woo!
29 years. And you know what's crazy? Tomorrow I got my first job interview. Tomorrow, a company
Oh,
reached
no
out.
Word?
shit.
Yeah, already. I was like, yeah, my first job interview.
Damn.
So they saw my resume on LinkedIn, and they called me already. And when I was talking to like a talent acquisition specialist, and she reached out, I've answered back, and then we just been talking. And now tomorrow she made an appointment to talk to her. So hopefully, wish me luck, man.
Sure.
That's
Congrats
man.
on that, man. And
You
we'll
don't
speak
need
into
it. You got
existence.
that.
We'll see.
You
We're
don't
definitely
need
speaking into existence, man. We got you.
Right?
You don't need no luck. You got that.
You got that.
You got that, bro. You got that.
Hopefully she don't ask me a question of which is better, Xbox or PlayStation. I'm gonna be like,
Oh,
Xbox is dog
Oh
shit.
man.
this
E machine.
doo doo.
this is
Xbox
50-50.
doo-doo.
This is 50-50.
She's gonna ask you what a
I'd be like,
12 teraflops are.
I'd be like,
She's gonna ask you what a 12
damn, this is 50-50. I'm gonna be like,
Oh no.
Already
This shit in
coming
the
in hot.
Matrix, yo. Yo,
stop.
I'm back now.
You rock. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he kind of froze
Blizzard.
on us a little bit, man.
Glenn's already coming in hot. He said, call it dog shit.
Oh yeah.
Xbox doo doo. Doo doo.
Listen, you gotta fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
You gotta fake it till you make it. All right, hold on, man. Let me do
Big facts.
some final stuff, and we'll get this show on the road, right? But hey, man, it feels like forever since I talked to you guys.
I know. I felt the same way. I was like, I feel
Yeah,
like
man.
we
A
ain't
long
talking
week.
in a minute.
Yeah,
it has
I didn't do.
officially
Yeah, I
been
didn't do nothing on the weekend. Told you, like, and I told everybody, this past week was most likely not gonna see. I think I did something on Wednesday though. I did do one video. I think that was my last thing I did on Wednesday.
E machine video.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, and then after that, it was a wrap. Because it was just my family. The rest of my family came Thursday, and then it was just chilling with them all day Thursday, and then Friday was.
That's
the
a lot of Puerto
ceremony.
Ricans.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It was Puerto Rican invasion. And then Friday was a ceremony, which ended up great. Ceremony. Then my neighbors did like a barbecue for me,
Oh,
and it was
sick.
great, man. They had briskets, pork shoulder,
Oh my god.
mac and cheese, tri-tip.
that was
You know,
ready.
he had these tri-tip appetizers, wings. I mean, it was great, man. Oh man, that food I just got stuffed, right?
They
And
got
then,
feast. It was
my
feast.
family, they all decided to stay at an Airbnb so they could stick together. So my whole family in one house. And I was like, uh-oh. They're going to kick
Oh,
your ass out
shit.
this Airbnb. Right?
There'll be a lot of arguing in that house.
So I spent the night on Friday night with them. So we were just up all night drinking whatever. Then the next
Oh,
day
that's
they
sick.
checked out, but then went
Yeah,
back
that's
to
my
my
fun, man.
apartment. So then everybody's here in my apartment waiting for their flights, and they left that evening, most of them, and then just one sister-in-law flew out Sunday. So pretty much by Sunday, everybody was gone, and then that's it. And then like, yo, me and my wife were tired. Like, yo, it was crazy, but it was great, man. It was great.
Don't you like it
Now,
when family don't
got-
overstay their welcome?
Yeah, I got I got my
My
DD
family trying to live
214.
here.
Oh, they're trying to live here.
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, but that's only because I'm moving. Government opened back up, so now I'm scheduled my
Yup.
move. So hopefully, I'm trying to move it up a little bit sooner. But the way it looks that my furniture and everything will be packed and picked up by December 1st. So the week of December 1st, I'll be flying out to Florida and end my chapter in
Okay.
Flown
California.
out.
Yeah.
Getting
Yeah.
flown out.
And whoa, pause. Pause.
Get it ready.
And then
Get ready.
get it ready. And then but if I could do it sooner, I'll do it sooner. But it is what it is, And then that's it. And then I start my life in Florida, doing things what you nasty civilians do, which I don't know what it is, but I need like a welcome aboard
Go to
package.
work. You go to work.
You guys,
You come home and get it ready.
you guys got a welcome aboard package or something, like
Yeah.
just be like,
Yeah, they do.
But anyway, yeah. Besides that, that's it, man. But it's crazy, man. That's it. 29 years down in the books. It's a wrap. Anyway, welcome my friends, my family, my fellow gamers. Your only friend these YouTube streets, Porter Rock 77, and we are back. I know it feels like forever, didn't it? Right? 60 frames no lag podcast where we talk PlayStation, Xbox, PC, Nintendo, Steam Machine. Oh yeah, we talking Steam Machine. We talking all that, right? But anyway, let's go around the horn with the crew, kicking off with Chill Will. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's good, everybody? Appreciate you for having me again. P-Rock, congratulations on the retirement. Everybody, hit the like button. We're going to have a great show today.
Awesome. Thank you, brother. Right. And speaking of that, hey, I'm sorry I wasn't able to stream the retirement live. It was bandwidth. I couldn't do dual stream between YouTube and Facebook. And, Facebook is where most of my families are at. But that was the main reason. I wasn't able to get like a Wi-Fi hotspot to pick up the bandwidth, so I apologize for that. Craig, what's going on, my brother?
Hey, what's happening? Congrats on the retirement, and happy belated Veterans Day. And I've been playing Until Dawn, trying to keep those kids alive. I guess they're kids to me. They're 19, 20-year-olds. But that and college football. And I gave Yote a break. And so I know we'll talk about that a little later on. But shout out to everybody. Make sure you hit the like button, share the stream.
All right, appreciate it. Damn. All right, we got Sean. What's going on, brother? Afro Samurai.
What's going on, P-Rock? Congrats on your ceremony, and also happy Veterans Day, man. Happy Veterans Day to you. And shout out to the chat, and make sure y'all drop a like on the podcast.
Absolutely, right. And then we got the brain. Like his background looks all festive. He's going live from the mall or something.
Now I'm
better watch all them damn kids at the mall.
Oh,
I'm trying to hide my office because my kids got the room junky, so that's why I got this.
That's nice.
This sterilized,
nice
fake ass background. Hey, it's been about 3 weeks, man. I miss talking to everybody. Congratulations, P-Rock, on graduating. Now you can come in the workforce and be miserable like the rest of us and be a Homer Simpson.
He said,
having you, buddy.
He said, be miserable. All right. Appreciate it, Bray. Appreciate it. Thank you. And then we got Doughboy from North Carolina. What's going on, my brother? Oh, shit.
You
Doughboy. You there?
There he is.
Uh-oh.
Mike.
Uh-oh.
I think I'm having a mic issues. I might have to hop back in.
All right.
But yeah,
It might be.
I'll be right back.
All right, my brother. All right, looking forward to it. All right, but anyway, man, it was awesome. Thank you guys for showing up. Really appreciate it. Thank you for everybody in the chat that's wishing me well and congratulating me. Really appreciate it. Really good times. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna kick off first super chat. We got Gordo P23 with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Gordo out there saying 100 billion spent, third of the industry bought, most games released, and no nominations.
Oh, man.
Xbox stays doing the impossible. Xbox stays doing the impossible. That is hilarious. Yo, Gordon, I don't know. Yo, they're like half the industry and still can't get this. Yo, you can't, bro. This, and we got Henry. Henry shows up. What's going on?
Yes,
he's driving through the streets of LA.
Uh-oh.
What's up, guys? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
You guys?
Oh, Henry.
Yeah, I just took my because we all work remote, so today we have like a gathering of all the employees, right? So I got to see some of my coworkers for the first, in person. So like I took one of my coworkers who flew in from Seattle back to her hotel, and now I'm going home.
Okay.
Get it ready.
All right. Be careful driving,
But
because you know
fun
how
stuff,
it
fun stuff. We
is.
got
There's like the live stream
yeah.
curse. Like everything happens. Things that normally don't happen on live stream. So I don't want like LAPD pull you over, and I was just watching you get beat down live on air.
Yeah.
Like holy shit.
I'm just gonna make a run for the border if I get, Yeah.
Oh,
Henry, don't
man.
make me scream out World Star.
Like a world star. That's what a world star. I'd be like, because because like if Henry gets pulled over and starts getting beat down, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah,
That's just gonna be on the
see
main.
some flashing lights.
That's on the main.
Speeding up.
That's on the main stage. I'm putting that right on the main stage. We're all gonna win this.
That cop for sure was an Xbox fan.
Oh man. All right,
So
brother
was.
Matt. All right,
But
brother
we
Matt.
got some good things today, guys. Woo!
Oh yeah, we got some good topics today and stuff like that. But anyway,
I'm
for
excited
everybody
for
in
this
the
one.
chat, please hit the like button. And if you have the time, please share this out on your favorite social media sites, Twitter, Blue Sky, wherever, you talk your gaming, Facebook and stuff like that. Please share out the link real quick. So we could get more members, new people up in here to partake in the festivities. All right. But I truly appreciate you guys being here in general, and thank you so much. All right. So let's just kick this off real quick. We'll talk about, because I didn't get to talk and chat with you guys a little bit, but let's talk about Steam Machine, right? How they're trying to do the mic drop, right? And some people say they're beating Microsoft to the punch because they're about to execute what Microsoft is trying to execute, which is bring PC gaming into the homes of console gamers by providing a nice integrated box that is console-like, to see if they could bring that console-like experience to the console gamers, right? So, but I first want to talk about your reactions, just your initial reactions to the announcement and what Steam is trying to do. We'll start off with Craig. Craig, what's your initial reaction? Was Steam saying, Gabe Newell saying, get it ready in 2026?
Yeah,
what was your initial reaction of that announcement of Steam Machine and then, of course, the VR and just the holistic approach? Happy?
I like their approach. Yeah, happy. This is going to give people that midway. Well, if you don't want to pay $1,800 for a gaming PC to have access to Steam, which does have one of the biggest libraries, if not the biggest library, it's bigger than Epic and all that stuff. This will do it. And so yeah, and you're hearing it's going to do 1080p and 60 and our 1440p and 6 whatever. And it's just it sounds like it's going to be a quality device. Have to wait and see what it's going to be able to do. But I think what I want to just throw in there is that the Valve representative, the guy who actually helped build the damn machine, was like, this thing is more powerful than 70% of the PCs out there. And those PC people online they're butt hurt over that. Was not as powerful as mine. I've been like, well, you're in the minority.
But that's why they gave a number, 70%.
Or they're lying.
They don't understand. That's bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
listen, that just means you are part of the 30%. It's a number.
You're part of 30%, which means you're part of the minority. And again, how shout out to Zubitech when he put out the actual stats with Steam stats on what they are playing on, and that 3060, which is fine. That's what I have. I have a 3060, and which is the normal thing. That's normal. So, but yeah, am I excited for it? Yes. Am I going to buy it? Yes. Am I going to buy it off the bat? Probably not, because I know it's niche. And I heard other people talking about this. Shout out to Mooch's podcast, Crossfire. They had a good discussion about it. It is a niche product. It's only on Steam, and I think you have to go to Valve or Steam's website to get it. I don't think you'll be able to walk into Best Buy and get it, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I'm buying it, and I will hook that bad boy up to my monitor. And that'd be my secondary device. That's what I'm looking at it as, a secondary device, not a primary. So that will be able to play, a bunch of other things that are on Steam. If you just want to play this stuff on Steam, finally be able to play Half-Life, because all you keep hearing about is how great that game is. And so yeah, I'm excited for it. I thought I don't know if it's a mic drop, but it's a kick in the balls, because all you keep hearing is about how the new Xbox hardware will have access to Steam. It's like, okay, but now I can just get the Steam device and have access to Steam. So I'll just get that, and they'll probably undercut the new Xbox if they, however they do it, if they do. So yeah, I'm excited, and I'm looking forward to it, and I'm behind.
Right. Yeah,
I'm getting it ready.
Yeah, boy.
Get it ready.
boy.
Get it ready.
Boy, my man. I heard. Jay just about to trade in his Pro for that Steam machine. Oh man.
Oh,
Man, he betrayed us.
Oh,
He betrayed us.
No, I'm
Man,
He
I
betrayed
already
us.
told-
He
I
said,
already
you know,
told y'all.
guess what? He already has he already had the invite to Gabe Newell's new super yacht. He already has a cabin.
Yeah,
He already
See
cabin.
that shit,
Oh
bro?
man, he
Ooh.
forgot about us. Oh man, he
man.
ain't like us. He like, I ain't like y'all broke motherfuckers.
Yeah, he gonna
Shit.
go in there and get those ribs and that mac and cheese. We're gonna
Bro.
jump him when he comes out.
Not
Oh,
only
man.
not only did he buy a super yacht, he bought the company that fucking made it.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. But
Yeah.
listen,
Yeah.
a yacht and a super yacht.
wait, are you
once say
serious?
yacht, nothing
No,
else.
he
matters.
spent $500 million
Yeah,
make the
500
yacht.
million.
It has a hospital in it, 2 gyms. It has a submarine garage on it. Dog, that
Basketball
shit.
court.
And then on
What's
top,
he a
yeah,
submarine for?
and
Oh
on
man,
top of it, this motherfucker bought the company that made it. I was like, yep, he ain't
all
never
right.
selling Steam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing
That
must
boy
have made a
Tula
lot
was-
of money. So
Listen, that Steam machine is going to be a great Xbox replacement.
We'll talk about that. We'll get there.
Oh,
Right up.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, you're getting ahead of the script, dog. Man, we're still at the title screen.
Next.
We're still at the title screen. Let's talk. Nah. He's gonna start some trouble, so he go last. He ready not to fire. He's like, fuck the middle of the plot. Let's just go straight to the end. We're gonna go to the brain. Brain, what's your initial reaction to the Steam announcement?
Honestly, my reaction was split. I'll start with the bad news first. To me,
right.
first of all, it sounds like deja vu from what it was about 10 to 12 years ago.
Okay.
As you guys said, as Craig said, he said it's a niche market, which kind of leads me to the good. If it's supposed to act as another player or a replacement, but I say that I caveat that because of if Xbox is going to come out with another system, then they're going to come out with another system. Instead of having 3 players, we're going to have 4 players in the game. I don't really see Steam really doing that much, doing that big numbers, unless, they make it exclusive, Half-Life 3 exclusive, then I could see those, selling gangbusters and them making a dent. But other than that, it's kind of, to me, it's kind of redundant. And I also did not like the comparison of them stating that it was 6 times more powerful than the Steam machine. Like, what the hell does that even mean? I mean,
I know what you mean. That's a weird comparison. Like, who gives a shit about the Steam Deck? 6 times more powerful than Steam Deck.
How many
Wait,
I need to know T-flops. I need to know
No,
T-flops.
to be-
the T-flops. Where
to
D
be
back?
fair,
Yeah.
they put that out there because they said more than half of the people who own the Steam Deck has tried docking it to the TV. They have it plugged in, docked to the TV. So they use that as comparison. If you've seen the Steam Deck docked to your TV, you know what kind of performance you're gonna get. Yeah, 6 times that should be enough to, make it decent.
That's just okay, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
thank you for that insight, J-Dub. I didn't even know because I was lost. I was like, well, how does that even work? But and also, but the one thing that I do like about the Steam machine, or at least that caught my eye, is that it looked like it comes integrated with its own VR set.
Yep.
Does.
Yeah. Has its own VR. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yes,
And it's on
they put
controller.
it separate.
And
Like,
it's
they
on
go
controller, so we don't
separate.
have to use the Xbox controller. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
I don't mind using it. I like the Xbox
Shots, man. Throwing shots.
I like
He said, we don't have to use the Xbox controller.
So what that does then for me is like, all right, so if it's quote unquote 6 times more powerful than the Steam, I keep saying Steam machine, than the Steam box or whatever the hell it's called.
Steam
I forget,
Deck.
my fault.
Steam machine.
Steam Deck. 6
And
times more powerful
it
Steam Deck.
comes with its own VR headset. I really want to know what will be the price of it, and then secondly, if it's too high, are they going to subsidize the price? And those are my takeaways because it just came out of nowhere.
What is too high? What do you think is too high? If for all of it, I'm talking about because I personally they're going to sell it separate, and they got 2 different models, 2 terabyte and 512. So what? And 512 is terrible. But
and you can change out and buy your own. So that's
what I was about to say. I don't know if they've announced that yet, but how much you all think is too much for what you saw?
I think anything between 1,000 and 1,200 is too much.
Wait. What?
I think 600 is too much.
What?
I think I'll be honest. I mean, I don't know the performance yet.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be 12.
I'd be like, has to be 500 or less. 500 or less. And even that 500.
Watch P-Rock video. You said like 300, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking like 350. I mean, I know that's not realistic. The only reason is you got a PS5 that's about 500, right? And if it's not on the level of the, and if it's not on, if it's not on the level of a PS5, if you're not on the level of 5-year-old hardware, I don't know what to tell you, dog. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, it's slightly less than a PS5. It's like right there in the ballpark. But give or take, it's a PC, and honestly, again, I keep just harping on it, but the way Xbox is going, right? They're talking about their next console. It's going to be a $1,200 hybrid, whatever. That's gonna push 95% of Xbox out the window, right? So if they can hit that $500 price tag, those people would just jump over to this new device or go to PS5 or whatever and call it a day, because nobody's going to that $1,000 plus range. These are console gamers that I'm assuming that they're trying to target, right?
But they did say it's gonna be PC price. They said it's gonna be PC equivalent price. So that's what made me think like, up in that 900 to 1,000 range.
Well, $600 in this day and age, with the price of memory going up and everything else, and then these console manufacturers having Xbox right now is what, $800 for the most expensive. 800, right? That's fucking PC price. So I mean, they're not really. I think personally, if they can nail the 5, in between 5 and 6, because I know the price of memory is going up, and there's just some things we just, as gamers, we have to accept. We live in a different day and age right now because of tariffs and other factors.
Right.
It's not like these companies want to be at that price. They have no choice because of shit that's in place. So you gotta have some type of understanding with that. But
I got the understanding. But if someone's doing it better than you at the same price, then it's not equivalent. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm using the PS5 as the benchmark. PS5 is the benchmark. So if you're at the price of a PS5, then you should be doing around what the PS5 is doing. If you do less,
it's slower than the PS5. It's slower than the PS5.
But you're at the same price. Now it's like, wait a minute.
And the Switch is $500.
Why are you at this price, right? The Switch is $450, right? And I think a lot of people question that, right? But at least the one thing you can say is it has exclusives. So it's like you don't have to buy the Switch, which is fine because you don't like the power, but you're not playing none of the games. So some people be like, you know what? In order to access this library of games that I can't get anywhere else, they'll suck up the weaker hardware. But why would you suck up the weaker hardware of a Steam machine? Because people say, I could play PlayStation games. So you want to buy a Steam machine so you can wait and play the worst version of PlayStation games? That's your appeal? Oh, but Steam got a larger library. What larger library? What, like Fuda? You want Dick
Banana?
Ooh, you got to go. Man, I hope you don't know. You got his daughter. Man. You got. Yeah, I got. Hey, watch your language.
Cool. She can't hear y'all.
Nah, still, but still, it's just I see her, so I gotta. Nah, I can't talk like that. But you want those unique content games that are very mature and frolicky?
Yeah,
you want frolicky games? Like what games are you talking about when you say Steam has the largest library? What games are you talking about? Because most of the biggest games are on every platform. you're talking about something that's very obscure, and if people really wanted to play those games, they would have gotten Steam a long time ago if they really wanted to play all those games, right? So, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So yeah, it's a good conundrum. Like Steam is a good conundrum. So I was wondering, right? And even my point I was saying is this is definitely more a competitor to Microsoft than it is for PlayStation. People are trying to make it a competitor to
Mhm.
PlayStation, but it's not. It's just not possible. It's just not possible.
Mhm.
And the reason why I say this is because you can't compete trying to be like something versus the product that is that thing. PlayStation
Yep.
is a console. It is not a PC pretending to be a console. It's not a trans box.
Right.
PlayStation knows its identity. It knows who it is. It is a console. And not only is it a console, it is the console that beats other consoles. Other consoles that are consoles, PlayStation's like, step in the ring, I'm going to beat you down. It knocked Sega out of the block. It forced Nintendo to go mobile, and it beat Xbox so bad, Xbox don't know what gender it is anymore. It just doesn't know who it is anymore. That's how bad. PlayStation whooped Xbox so bad, Xbox don't even know. Yo, Xbox got slapped up so bad, it's looking around calling other things Xbox. That's how bad Xbox got slapped up. It got knocked out so bad. It got knocked out so bad that Xbox thinks other people's are Xbox. That's how bad it got slapped up. Right? You know, so the console. So the console, you know what I'm saying? PlayStation's like equal rights equals fights. You know what I'm saying? Everybody could get it. You know? So it knocked. Normally, when you get slapped, you slap the confusion out of the person. No, Sony knocked the confusion into a product where Microsoft don't even know what they are. They don't know what an Xbox is. That's how bad they got beat, right? PlayStation is the console. A product it's like, oh, I think I could give you the console experience. It's not gonna compete with the console that does give you the console experience and beats the crap out of other products that are the console experience. So it's not a competition with PlayStation. No one's gonna. The people who are saying that already left PlayStation or already PC gamers. That's what's funny. They're like, oh, I'm gonna leave PlayStation, go PC with this. No need a PlayStation. And then you look on our timeline, they already been playing on PC. So like your PlayStation console is not the default brand. So it's whatever. Because the sales pitch of, oh, I don't need a PlayStation. Instead, I'm going to get a weaker product to play PlayStation games that I have to wait for as the better proposition. Mm-hmm. That's not a better proposition. The weaker version and waiting for these games is not an improvement to what you already have. It just doesn't make sense. And then if you really were into PlayStation, you're pretty much going to get rid of your entire library. And for what?
Yeah.
You know, so you have to look at the value proposition, right? And I know some people bring up, oh, well, you don't have to pay for online. Like, listen, I've been hearing that since 2002 when Xbox introduced subscription for online. It's already 23 years. Mm-hmm. If you really cared, you would have been gone by now. No one cares. The console gamers don't care about the whole subscription, online, free online argument. It's 2025. They heard it. They don't care. A lot of console gamers don't mind the online. They enjoy some of the benefits you get with the monthly games. They like the closed network. It's not a big deal to them. It's really not a big deal, especially now how they merged the services with you get a whole catalog, a library of games, cloud. It just, when you think about the subscription service, just grew in more features than it was originally when it was just strictly online, right? So console gamers don't care about that.
That's correct.
In 2025,
like
arguably free online,
free games with it, so you're getting something for it, you know?
Yeah. So 2025, console gamers ain't trying to hear, oh, we got free online. We don't care. We heard it. We heard it all before. If you're really worried about the free whole thing, there are console gamers that don't even pay for online because the biggest games are free anyway. Fortnite, Apex Legends, Warzone. Mm-hmm. So these games are free anyway. So even on console, the gamers that don't care about online, they're playing a whole bunch of online games because they're free anyway. So that whole argument and stuff like that, right? So I see this more as Steam and Microsoft intruding, right? Because Microsoft was been projecting and talking about that stuff. They want to bring the console PC experience, but with a console-like, feature, whatever, to the audience. And Steam goes, oh, yeah, we're going to knock that out right off the get and stuff like that. Now, how successful either or, me personally, as a console gamer, I don't really see the draw in going to a platform that's console-like. Why do I want a console-like product when I got the actual console. The console's the console. I don't need to replace console-like. I mean, I don't need to replace console with console-like. That's kind of like, I think, remember, hey, Jada knows. Remember that car?
Mm-hmm.
What was it called? That it wasn't the
300,
Ferrari.
the Chrysler 300.
It wasn't the Chrysler, but it wasn't the Ferrari.
Yeah.
I forgot who made it. It was a $30,000.
The Pontiac Fiero.
The Fiero. That's it.
Yeah, the Fiero.
Fiero?
Yeah, the Fiero.
Yeah,
y'all remember that? That was supposed to be the Ferrari replacement. I got a Fiero. I got the Fiero. That's why
it was dog shit.
I'm not trading in my Ferrari for a Fiero. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It was dog shit. So.
Yeah, that's it.
I will say this though. I mean, I personally like the look of it. You know what I mean? It's like it's small, and if you got those aesthetic living rooms where you got like the wood table and everything, you could put like the wood panel on the front of it. I mean, it looked pretty cool and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Talking about the Steam Cube?
Yeah.
The Steam, the
Game Cube. The Game Cube.
The Game Cube.
Yeah, I mean the Game Cube.
I
when the perfect name is a companion cube, like
the companion cube.
Right. I mean,
come on.
And like we talking about price, right? I know I watch a lot of people's videos. I watched the P Rock video. I watched the M video. I know M was saying like around 1,000, right? Like somewhere around that area.
You really think it's gonna be $1,000?
He said like 350.
It should be $1,000.
I got something to play with.
8 gigs? Real quick. An 8 gig video card?
No.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
Can I talk on the companion?
I'm not saying you're wrong. All I'm saying is if that thing's $1,000, it is the DOA-est of the DOA. It is DOA-est.
Can I? You guys have been talking about this. Look, first of all, when I was speaking on it, I spoke on what it should be without looking at the specs, right?
Okay.
And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm not going to look at the specs because a lot of people, I remember all of the talk about, the PlayStation 5 only has this amount of frequency and GPU. Remember when all the experts were telling us that it will not be able to hit 1080p. So honestly, if a person is looking at the specs and trying to tell you the level of performance that it has, then go ahead and just unsubscribe from that person because they don't know what they're talking about. Okay? Now, here's the thing. It should be $1,000 and it should be more powerful than the PS5. If it is less powerful than PS5, then it is more DOA. It doesn't matter if they put it at $100. Okay? If it is less powerful than the PS5, there's no point in it. Because that was the thing. When I was because I did my prediction 11 months ago, and I didn't want to change it. Because if you saw one of my recent videos, it was me showing that I had predicted this box pretty much feature for feature, bar for bar, 11 months ago. So I said then that it needed to be more powerful than the PS5. And that the target audience must be the console users. PC gamers aren't going to want this. Okay, they might claim it for their own, but they don't want it. They will claim it the same way that they claim that the 5090s, and then none of them have it. So basically, they might say, "Oh, this is on my side," but they don't want it. They will claim it the same way that Xbox gamers claim Xbox games like Keeper and South of Midnight. Yeah, they claim that it's on their side, but then they don't play it. They don't give a fuck about it. Like, if it wasn't part of Game Pass, they wouldn't even remember that it existed.
Exactly.
So the point is this: this thing needs to come for the console and understand that it's a console. The biggest mistake that they did with this reveal is say that you could sideload Windows on it. As soon as they say that, I'm like, you fucked this up. You are fucking this up immediately because you're trying to make it like a box that appeals to the PC crowd, and they are not going to support this. In fact, they're not going to support this because they didn't support the Steam Deck. Okay? How many times do people come out and they say, "Oh, Ghost of Yotei sold 3.3 million," slash the divided by the total amount of
the whole ratio
there is 2.15%. Oh, what a failure. What about the Steam Deck? Steam is supposed to have like 200 million accounts. Okay, so do 4 divided by 200, and you find out it's a very unflattering percentage. Okay, so again,
good point.
They did not
but it's a niche product. It's then they come up with an excuse, right? Then they come.
I'm telling you, man. Listen,
it's niche.
There's the companion cube should appeal only and should be geared only towards the console gamers. And yes, you should say like, oh, by the way, if you have a Steam library, what a wonderful thing it is that you have, this cross-platform compatibility already natively part of the system. But you should make it appeal only to the console gamers. And when you have that focus, you understand the predicament. You are not Nintendo, and you cannot go into Nintendo's lane. You cannot go for the whole, oh, we're gonna make, these family-friendly games. You cannot do that because you don't even make games. Right? Valve is afraid of the number 3, so they've just been doing the best to avoid it the entire career, So again, you're not into making games that way. So that means that the only thing that you have is the power narrative. And as the power narrative, you have to be better than the consoles that are out now. Because if you're not better than the PS5, then you're not better than the Series X. So there's only 2 people that will be above you. So what value would you provide? And saying that, oh, we have access to the Steam library, like, again, it's not a gold mine. Like, I'm sorry, there's no console player that looks over at Steam and it's like, yeah, I wish I had half of those games. Like, no, there might be like, maybe, if we're being generous, like 3 games that are timed exclusives. Like, for example, Hades 2. Hades 2 at the moment is only on PC and Nintendo. Okay, that's 1 game. Out of what, 10,000 on Steam? Like, your games are not appealing. And this is why we say that PC gamers don't need to be in a console conversation, because we don't want your shit. Like, we don't want it. Like, you guys get like 100 games every day, and console gamers don't. Like, nobody watches the PC game show. No one does.
Yep.
Steam literally has the Steam Fest where they give you early access to games, demos left and right, and console gamers don't give a fuck. We don't, So again, you need to then say, what does this box do that the consoles themselves don't do? And that's why I say they need to be at $1,000 in order to bring forth that power, because they needed to give themselves the headroom. Nevertheless, it is the box that we got, right? And I think that the box that we got is going to be closer to $700 or $800. It's still going to be, because my range when I predicted it 11 months ago, I said between $700 and $1,500. And I thought $1,000 was going to be a good one to aim for. It looks like they've gone for the lower end of that scale. But some people are saying 500, 400, 300. And I'm like, listen, first of all, forget about that. And I'll prove to you why. The very first thing is that if a company knows you're going to love the price point, they will tell you right away. They would have said, hey, we don't know what the price is, but we are aiming around $500. They would have said that because you would like that. So they would have just come out and said it right away. There's no, like, nobody hides bad news from you. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't happen. So that was going to be, if they were going to be as low as 500 or below, they would have hinted to it in a pretty strong way at the very least. The second reason that is going to be higher than people think is that this is not going to be like a mass market, large volume product. And as such, they do not get the economies of scale that come from selling 100 million units or something. They cannot walk into AMD and be like, yeah, we'll order 20 million chips. So they don't get the discount that will come with having such a large batch order, So again, people, please, I know I said $1,000, and then when we look at the specs, we're like, oh, how do you do that? But then the other third argument I will put is this. These people, for some reason, they've decided to reference the Steam Deck as the main point of comparison. I don't know why. I think that's a mistake, but that's what they've decided to do. And they've told you that this is 6 times more powerful than the machine they've already given you. So you want them to give you something that is 6 times more powerful at the same price point that they gave you the other thing? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, again, you're going to say, oh, but it doesn't have a screen. But I'm sorry, but a screen doesn't cost that much. It really doesn't. Not for the OEM. A screen isn't like, the Steam Deck screen isn't $300. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, what, an extra $25 or something on the build price? So again, they decided to make the Steam Deck the reference, and they told you this is 6 times more powerful. And some people are fantasizing in their minds, saying that they're going to get that at the same price that they're getting a Steam Deck. That doesn't make any sense, So I think you're looking at the minimum 700 all the way to 1,500, and I am still planting my flag at $1,000. That's my reasoning.
No, I think
See, when he says that, he don't
the
sound
video
crazy.
card. The video card is, but the problem is with the video card is only 8 gigs of VRAM, and there ain't no PC video card that does well with 8 gigs of RAM at this point, especially in 2025.
But the thing is that I don't think Valve gives a fuck about the video card being 8 gigs of VRAM.
Yeah.
That's where the custom GPU comes in.
They're putting their product out there, and they're going to tell you like this is what it costs to play. Yeah. And again, people don't look at the specs because this just put that aside. Put that out of your mind. Look at the product. It is 6 times more powerful than the product I'm using as a reference point. That product is around $400. How do you imagine they will give you something that's 6 times more powerful than that at the same price point? How do you do that? Like how does that make sense in your mind? Yeah. Even if you say, "Oh, well, it's a garbage product," it's still their product.
Yeah, but I think that's but I think that's the contention of what's going to happen because.
And again, I'm not saying it's good value. I'm not saying that you should go and get this, but I'm saying it's a bit like the iPhone Pro Max to the iPhone, to the base iPhone. The base iPhone does everything you could ever want a phone to do. That and more. It could probably send a rocket ship to space, by itself. But the iPhone Pro Max is like twice as powerful as that. Yeah. So Apple looks at that and say, well, that's our base price, and our base price is like $900. So hey, guess what? We're gonna double up on this thing, simply because they are twice as powerful as the reference one. That's basically it.
I'm gonna laugh my ass off. That thing's like $800 because it's most definitely not gonna be on the
I'm thinking 7 to 8. I'm thinking 7 to 8.
That thing's nowhere near the Pro. You might as well just
no way.
The problem with the 7 to 800.
I'm gonna start cooking Steam fanboys. I'd be like, where my disk drive at? Where my stand at? $800, no disk drive.
The problem with that price when you're in the 700-800 is from that. You can go get you a nice gaming laptop, or you can just go ahead and add a couple of $100. And again, it's the same whole narrative that they try.
You get a PS5 Pro.
PS5 Pro,
yeah,
right?
you better get that
it's
Pro.
The same narrative
with a disk drive.
Now it's I better see Destin out there, Destin Ligari. He better be out there making, how you gonna make a cheaper goddamn Steam machine like he did with the Pro. You know
what's funny? Because that's what's going to be weird, right? Because you have this box, right?
Yeah,
and you know what? And you know what? I better see content like that.
What's the matter?
Because when they release the Steam machine or whatever price it is, I better see people build their own Steam machine and load up Steam OS because they could load up Steam OS and be like, for the price of this Steam machine, I could build a better PC and still run Steam OS. But you're not going to see that. They're not going to do that.
You can sideload Steam OS when you're on your regular PC.
You're not going to say about the whole
The question is, you're not going to see that, though. You're not going to see that content.
Can I just say, people are disingenuous with that because SteamOS is not as easy to load as people think. First of all, it only works best with AMD hardware. You need to have AMD CPU and GPU in order to do that. So if you have NVIDIA or Intel-based stuff, there's a lot more complications that you have to do in order to load SteamOS. And usually what they mean is that they load a different kernel or a different version of SteamOS called Bazai or something like that. Whatever it is, it's not SteamOS though. So people are being so disingenuous about how easy it is to like sideload SteamOS on their PC nowadays. Because nowadays SteamOS is like the big deal, Because I looked into it and I'm like, this shit isn't the same. Like, if I get a box with SteamOS 3.0, right? And then you're telling me, on your box, you can sideload it. I imagine I download it, I install it, and that's it. Not I have to jump through hoops because, yes, I have an AMD CPU, but I'd have a NVIDIA GPU.
No
so
drivers.
now drivers are an issue. And that's the thing. PC gamers are always so disingenuous. No one ever wants to tell you what it actually takes to do the thing that they're saying that you can just do. So, yeah, you can load SteamOS onto PCs, but it is not as easy or as straightforward as people are making it seem to be, where you just download an application and then basically that runs your OS.
So that's weird. So it's a primary AMD-driven OS?
Yeah, it primarily works
Linux,
much better on AMD-based hardware. And
AMD only like 15% of the PC market. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
that would be. I would imagine
AMD, AMD is a smaller guy.
Yeah, that's what's weird.
NVIDIA dominate the PC.
You know what's funny? Because even Steam shows data that most of their PC gamers are Intel Nvidia based. So that's weird.
And this what I mean by
that's
listen,
pretty
PC
weird
gamers
data
are so
points.
dishonest. They never tell you the truth. They never tell you what it takes. Never. So yeah, listen, SteamOS is actually an advantage of this console because you know that it will work on it as intended. Because that's another thing. You could download the SteamOS and then suddenly either your computer doesn't work the way it's supposed to, or some certain things you have plugged in. Like for example, for me, I may have like a memory card reader, or I may have other things, components that I have on top of my standard thing that do not work. For example, for me, I use like the Wacom tablet a lot. Does this work on the whole SteamOS thing? Who knows? I will have to fuck around and find out. So I hate it when people are disingenuous, you know.
He's at the fat boat, this motherfucker. Just to use a damn tablet.
Like, oh, it's just a swap, you know. They make it seem like, oh, you just bada bing, bada boom, and then it just works perfectly.
Bada bing, bada bang.
Like, no,
everything works.
You
Right.
know?
I always hear about the advantages. That's what put me off. Like about the drivers, you might plug something at work.
Yeah. And then you have the programs, you know, your games that you want to play might not work. Your this that you want to play might not work. So again, I feel like SteamOS is an advantage for this particular thing because it comes from the factory as intended to work, right? Okay. And that's why the whole thing, like you can start those Windows.
Until you install Windows.
Why would you?
And then you fuck
exactly.
It up.
You know, then you can spend 3 hours setting it up.
That's what King Thrash said. King Thrash said he don't even think they really want to sell the box. What they want to sell you is the OS. They want to get that OS out there.
It actually is an OS play. I said for the longest time that I think the thing about Game Pass is that it was actually an Azure play, saying that if we can have xCloud run really well, and it's so demanding on the data infrastructure, then they can go sell that to governments around the world and be like, well, if you can handle video gaming, we can handle your shit because your shit is like far less, volatile compared to a live stream. I always say that it made a lot more sense for xCloud to be a sell for Azure than it did for this. And I think this companion cube makes a lot more sense to be a sell for SteamOS than it actually does being a console. Because when I looked at how underpowered it seems to be, I'm just like, you're going to die on the vine because you don't have exclusives. You're going up against the PlayStation, which, like Podork, elucidated quite brilliantly, it has knocked out every other person, and you're not coming right. You're not, like, what are you going to do? So listen, I hope that those specs are completely, they're giving people the wrong impression, and that this machine will not only compete with the PS5, but it will outshine it in most cases, because only then does it really have a chance.
All right. Okay.
It's going to do 1080p 60 on most of the bigger games, on the AAA games. 4K. You
got to use like FSR and the shit look all smeary and.
With Redstone FSR, they just FSR. AMD just announced Redstone FSR hitting in like 3 more weeks. So that's where they want to be. And that'll be on the Steam OS as well. Steam.
All right, let me do some super chats, and I want to kick it over to Chill Will. We got Glassdoor Gamer. Says Nishino's leadership lineage: Harai, House, Cerny, Yoshida, Ryan. He's going to cook while Totoki looks for anime IPs. Mustache Man, he's coming. Well, yeah, I think he's talking about. I guess Nishino was not happy with I guess at some point, people in Sony was fine with Nintendo taking so much Japanese mindshare, and he didn't like that. So one of his driving forces was to create a Japanese-specific PS5. We'll talk about that a little more, but I'm thinking, weren't you and Hurst the one that came up with the experimental strategy, which ended up creating a game for Nintendo? And now you're upset about Nintendo? I don't know, man. Sony got a serious case of ADHD going on. That place needs a shot of Ritalin in that fucking company. Like, focus, people. Like, what
did you do? Didn't you wake up and remember that they're supposed to be exclusives? That's what they need to remember.
Like, fuck. This guy is the most ADD company I've ever seen in my life. Chrono Rig.
This, right?
God.
I was going to say, in your football analogies, there must be a team that was doing everything perfectly and then decided to just switch up the play for no reason.
Cowboys.
There must be someone that have done this. You're just like, Why? You were literally winning. Why are you being fancy out here? Why are you feeling yourself? Just keep doing the winning formula. Just keep winning. We don't care if you do it the same way. Like, hey, listen.
Stick to the playbook until it fails.
You win. You know exactly.
Yeah. Let it fail on its own. Don't assume it's going to fail. Let it fail on its own. Don't assume it's going to fail.
Do you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of that quarterback that you were telling me about. The one that could like run through anybody, and then the final shot, they were like, "Hey, just pass it to
that
him."
was that was a quarter. That was the running back. That was the Seattle Seahawks. That was the Seattle Seahawks. Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah.
Beast mode. That was his nickname.
Listen,
it was in his name. Beast mode. It was literally the name. He led the league in touchdowns because within 2 yards, he gets the touchdown. And on the final play in the Super Bowl, they said, nah, we throwing it.
He throws it.
And they got an interception.
Mess up the damn game.
That was the dumbest shit ever, bro.
Yo,
it's
in his name, bro. His name is Beast Mode.
PlayStation is that coach that is now trying to be fancy when it's like exclusives have gotten you here. Every time. Look at that. They just got the most amount of nominations with 2 exclusives. Exclusives is what you do. That's your beast mode. Just keep doing that. Why are you trying to be fancy? Don't give it to PC. Don't give it to Nintendo. Certainly don't give it to Xbox. What the fuck was that about? You know? And it's like, just keep doing that. Keep winning the exact same way, year in and year out, and just keep winning Listen, Nintendo keeps doing the exact same fucking thing. They change nothing. They literally change nothing. The games look the exact same they have. No voice acting since 1991. And they keep doing the exact same thing. And they keep doing it by the exact same formula. Do the same fucking thing. It works for Nintendo. It's literally they have said
you're not even getting voice acting. That's how we're not changing shit.
Same thing, same formula. I bet you people are like, hey, listen, we have the budget now. We can do voice acting. The guy that is like, no, same thing. Give them the same formula for Coke. Okay, we are Coca-Cola. This is our formula. We're gonna make it the same.
Remember they changed the formula. Coca-Cola, and it was bad. And like that's another thing. Why companies want to change shit for no reason? Like you literally creating failure.
No reason. Yeah, that's literally PlayStation right now. They are trying to change from exclusives for no fucking reason. It's your beast mode. It's your Coca-Cola formula. It's your Nintendo no voice acting. Keep making fucking exclusives. Even the live service. I refuse this notion that they need to be on everywhere. Let it fail and let it die on PlayStation. Okay? That's what you do. You succeed on PlayStation, you die on PlayStation, but you're always PlayStation. That's what you need to do.
You ain't lying, though.
All right.
You ain't lying.
We got Chrono Rig. If Half-Life 3 comes out exclusive for the Steam machine and Steam, according to all PC players, that would be horrible because exclusives are bad, according to them. Right? It's funny now, but they're looking at Halo. It's funny because they're talking about Halo 3 exclusive. I thought exclusives were bad. What's going on here? What? Like somebody make up their mind. SNK, what's up, SNK? Thank you for Super Chat. Says Steam machine is more powerful than PS5, but not the Pro. Okay, we'll see. We're about to find out. We're about to see what that 8 gig of VRAM can do. You know what I'm saying? It didn't do much for Xbox Series S. So
that's true.
We're going to see. We're going to find out. But thank you so much. Glassdoor Gamer. As a community, we need to cut out these Xbox PC guys. They're irrelevant to the console space, and all they do is talk about a future that never comes. That's true, man. Every time we talk about consoles, they bring up some PC shit. Like every time I talk about Xbox, why are these PC dudes come to the comment section? Like, bro, you guys must not be happy with your PC, because that shit must be a miserable experience over there. Like, I'm not even talking about PC. We're talking about consoles here and stuff like that. Keep bringing up PC shit. Like, listen, we're not talking about
doing it
PC.
Today. They're doing it today. I'm like, yeah, according to the Valve representative, the new Steam machine is going to be more powerful than 70% of PC, and they just came out of nowhere. Yeah, like, what about this and what about? I'm like, dude, take it with the Valve guy. I'm just putting it out there. I'm literally repeating what he said.
I'm gonna inflate some numbers. I'm gonna be like, listen, if the PS5 is more powerful than the Steam machine, and the Steam machine is more powerful than 70% of the PC gamers, then I'm gonna say PS5 is more powerful than 85%. I'm gonna use that number. I'm gonna just make some shit up.
They were mad at that.
I like.
Well, I got
and then my Pro is more powerful.
They was on the
than 92.
P-Rock post with all them pictures.
And I'm gonna say my Pro is more powerful than 92% of the PC gamers.
92? Not 91.5?
No, 92. An even 92%. You're more powerful. There's only 8% of you that has a more powerful rig than me. The entire planet. And I'm okay with that. And I'm absolutely okay with that. You know? Brian East. Steam Machine uses a custom Zen 4 CPU. It will be fun to hear the PC master race narrative of PS5 CPU being too weak if the PS5 beats the Steam Machine. It's interesting, man. This is some interesting points.
It is interesting.
Gamer says Xbox were happy about the Fortnite crew partnership, and now they can't even install the game. What? Welcome to PC Gaming Bots. Well, why? What happened? Welcome to PC Gaming.
Cheating.
Having issues?
The anti cheat.
So how do you cheat in Fortnite? The game is already hokey looking. What the people are cheating on it?
Yeah, motherfuckers will find a way to cheat on that.
Oh yeah, aimbot. They do everything on Fortnite.
Remember, these people cheated in the beta for Battlefield.
Oh yeah, that is hilarious.
Automatic rocket launcher.
You can't even play. You can't. Yeah, that dude had an auto launcher. Yo, that shit. I ain't gonna let that shit look fun. My man was like, he had a broken headset that shit was hanging on his neck. He's like, yeah, boom, 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 boom. He blew up the whole map. That shit. Imagine you playing a serious game, all shot guy comes out and levels the entire map by himself. You're like, what the hell?
Oh man.
Like, what kind of shit is this? Wow, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Glassdoor. Gordo P23 says Steam Machine comes out in the worst year to get a PC. No Wolverine, GTA, or Sorrow's Day 1. It's gonna flop. That's the game aspect is interesting, right? Because I firmly believe that I don't care who you are, but if you come up with a new product, the number one thing people are gonna look for is games. I understand people are trying to use the Steam legacy, but if you're gonna get console gamers, right? Because you can't say this is for PC gamers because the PC gamers already got their apparatus, they got their stuff, right? And like Extreme alluded to, most of them didn't even get the Steam Deck, right? And that's at least the Steam Deck is portable, so you could say it makes more sense for a PC gamer to get a Steam Deck because they got the PC that's at home, so the Steam Deck is their way to play their PC games out the house. The GameCube is also another at-home device, which is weaker than, well, if you're in the 30%, it's stronger. But if you're in the 70%, maybe that's the reason why you get this. Because you don't get real PCs. You get these bullshit PCs. So you'll probably get a PC that's actually stronger and you can enjoy games better because you don't actually go for the real PCs. Maybe that's it. Maybe, hey, you know what? Maybe that's it. Maybe this is for the PC gamers because 70% of PC rigs suck. And they're not going to invest the $5. You know the shit they talk about? Oh, we have the freedom to upgrade. Yeah, you have the freedom, but you don't exercise that freedom because you're broke.
Yeah.
Maybe a $700 Steam machine is for the PC gamer because they can have a rig that's more powerful than what they got. Maybe it is.
They're playing catch up.
70% of them,
They're playing catch up already, because things are going to look really nice and sharp on the PS5 Pro, right? And then this Steam machine is playing catch up.
So that could be it. I mean, that could be a thing. Yeah. Interesting.
But I have to wonder though. I think I agree with what Brain said, and also part of what M said for sure. I do wonder though if they must have some data to back them up and go, okay, so we could sell this thing. This is going to be something, right? But if because for sure, if I were them, and if the Steam Deck only sold 3 million over the course of how many years, right? So
3 to 4 years.
Right, and I can't possibly be making things if I'm only expecting selling 3 million, right? It's got to be a lot more than this, or else it's like it's over. Like unless there's something they are planning something that to offset the cost of building this thing and kind of subsidize it. But what is that? And also for me, like you have to have a killer app for me to want to buy this. Like, Mario is with Nintendo, Astrobot and The Last of Us for the PlayStation, Xbox One's had Halo, but with Steam had Half-Life 2, but 3 is nowhere to be found, right? And like
maybe it'll be a surprise.
It can't just be a third party, machine, because it's not even the best looking one graphically, right? So so I agree with everything I've heard so far while I was, racing my way back home, right, to the bathroom, right? So,
oh, my man had the bubble guts.
Those at the random taco stand.
My man got that carne asada flowing. He got that carne asada flowing through his body. He's like, hold up.
I drove past Puerto Rock's house on my way to Mexico, running away from the cops.
That's it. There you go.
What they tell you is Valve is a private company, so they don't care about how much they make them. Good. They don't got to worry about stock.
I don't know
if
they're
going to worry about stockholders. They don't got to worry about it.
Gabe just bought a super yacht. He ain't subsidizing shit. Yeah, you better forget that. That yacht don't pay for itself.
What does J-Dub's daughter thought about the Steam, box? That's what I want to know. I wasn't sure. I think I saw his daughter earlier.
No, that was Brain. That was Brain.
Oh, that was Brain.
That's the Brain.
Yeah.
J-Dub's daughter is probably looking at the yacht. You ain't looking at the Steam Deck. She's like, Dad, I want one of those. A Steam Deck? Nah, the yacht.
Parked in it?
I want the yacht.
Man.
Oh man, the Fiero. Oh man, that's crazy. All right, let me hit up. So we got Glassdoor. Hey, Gordo, thanks for the super chat. We got Glassdoor. Appreciate the super chat. Says Steam Machine and Deck are OS plays. Microsoft tried to screw them with Windows 8. Microsoft always messes with them when they need to. Now I get the whole OS play, but maybe Extreme you could talk about it. Like I personally, when I hear OS play, I'm thinking mass market OS adoption, but what does Steam do for the general market? Because to me, I hear Windows gaming, but let's be honest, Windows gaming is like the smallest portion of Windows. The main thing of the market is the productivity, and just whether it's casual email, Facebook, just normal laptop, desktop uses, school use, to the professional business suite, military application, government application. It's just the OS is just the big OS. So like when I keep hearing, they're doing an OS play, I'm thinking the government's gonna start using Steam OS on their I don't know what that means, to be honest.
They run on Linux. They run on Linux.
Yeah, they run on Linux, and Linux has been around for decades, and most don't use it.
I think it's about securing the future. Right now, Steam is entirely dependent on Windows, right? Like basically, there's the Steam on Mac, but basically barely anyone uses that. And if you think about it, if something were to happen with Windows, where let's say gaming becomes suboptimal on Windows, or Steam itself becomes suboptimal on Windows for whatever tomfoolery Microsoft decides to do, especially in an era where, with the government that we have currently in the United States, less and less consumer protection laws are there, and I think it's all about them just securing the future. They don't want to be so, basically, if Windows screws them over, they're done. Think about it. Overnight, they will be irrelevant. So that's what I think it really is about, not to replace Windows, but you have a good enough alternative that if something were to happen with Windows 12, 13, 14, whatever, people can install this thing and then still have access to Steam. So I think that's the play that they are making there. It's not so much about replacing my Adobe apps, and making it the central operating system for my productivity and everything that I do on my PC. But if you think about it, that you would do that.
That makes sense. That would make sense. It's a risk. It's a risk mitigation. It's a mitigation strategy. It's a risk mitigation strategy.
Yeah,
because it's true. Their
I got
business
something to say about that.
What's up? Go ahead, Sean.
Now, I'm going to say that they don't really rely on Windows because they actually run on Linux, because that's what they basically rely on is on Linux. I mean, I understand the Windows thing because everything runs on shit on Windows.
He means the app. He's talking about the app.
No,
the
Linux
majority,
is... Oh, okay.
No. Steam, the app where you play, runs on Windows. Most PC gamers don't play on Linux. So I know what you're talking about. What he's talking about, majority of the store, if you talk to a person that says, hey, I play on Steam, Ask them what operating system they got. It's Windows.
Okay.
So that's what he means by that.
What they don't want is a Netscape situation. Because if you remember, Microsoft killed Netscape by basically making it super hard for people to download and install Netscape, putting fake warnings and everything like that, and then making Internet Explorer the default and making it very hard to change, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And so Netscape got choked out of life because Microsoft decided to. So Steam realizes they're in the same position. They could be the next Netscape, especially as these corporations, like I say, keep overtaking these governments so that we get less and less protection. So, for example, I saw Doc Dark, and he made a video about how Windows allows you to, immediately download another browser besides Edge, in order to do that. But the only reason they allowed that is that they were forced to after the whole Netscape fiasco because they were sued because of that. But by the time they were sued, it was too little too late. Netscape didn't come back. That's the thing. These courts and these laws, they have such a trailing, lead time that, by the time that Valve sues Windows to be back on it, they'll be gone. But the truth is that Microsoft has always hated that because Microsoft, this is why they're going after Google and Apple, because they see that with Apple and Google, they've got their operating system in a way that they always got 30%. But Microsoft doesn't get that on their operating system. Like they don't get 30% of every transaction that happens on Windows. And they're like, hold on. How come we
the open platform, but iOS is not the open platform. Yeah.
Exactly. They're like, wait a second, you create an operating system and you get to have 30% of everything that happens on it. When we try to do that shit, they put us in cages, So I think that, Microsoft feels vindictive towards that. They're like, hold on, we are like people make money all the time using our operating system and we don't get to see a cent of it. They want it. And I think that's why when the whole Windows 8 happened, the reason that person said that they got screwed over Windows 8 is that Windows 8, Microsoft wanted to make their storefront the universal place where you got to download everything. And on that storefront, guess what they were going to charge? The 30% cut. Yeah. The exact same thing that they are mad at Google and Apple for charging, that's what they wanted to do. They didn't want you to go download executable files from different sites and everything like that anymore. No, they wanted to be the one main place. And Steam was like, hold on. So if people then download our application from the Windows Store, now we have to give you 30% of every transaction that we make. And that's when they started working on Steam OS. So that's why I believe it's a mitigating feature.
Okay. All right, interesting. Okay. We got the Spice King. The reason, thank you, Spice King. The reason it's like that is because, unlike NVIDIA, AMD plays nice with Linux. NVIDIA doesn't natively support Linux. The creator of Linux famously said, "Fuck you, NVIDIA," during an interview. He's like, "Fuck you and your mama." Oh, wow, that's crazy. All right, that's a good. I gotta look up for that interview. That shit sounds funny as hell. Damian Henry, thank you for the super chat. Says, why are y'all mad others get to play Sony games? Oh man, here we go. The emotional. It's always the emotional response. Yeah. It's like, what is it? What is it with people talk with emotion? Why y'all mad? Why y'all mad? Listen, everyone gets to play a Sony game. There is nobody on the planet that not gets to play a Sony game or a PlayStation game. Just like Nintendo. You can play a Nintendo game if you want to. You just have to get a Switch. Everyone has access to a Nintendo game, right? Now, the thing is, we just want products that curates the experience. We don't want every brand to be alike. If every brand had games everywhere, then you just have generic gaming across the board, and nobody would be trying to be different than anybody else. And that's not a good thing, because what would eventually happen over time is everybody's just trying to do the same thing. You wouldn't have communities with unique identities trying to push their vision and stuff if everybody just did the same thing, right? Look at Microsoft. I mean, look at Xbox, right? Xbox literally killed the identity, and for what? They were the ones pushing the hardest to put games everywhere. They went on PC, and now their own console, which started Xbox, looks unappealing, and it's just trash, and it's just dying. You know what I'm saying? It's just kaput. They're at their worst ever. And the reason why is they didn't focus on the box. They didn't focus on identity. They didn't focus on bringing content to that box. They thought, we're just going to put games everywhere. Everybody love us. Sure, they love you for the games, apparently, whatever. but they don't love your box anymore because your box is just generic. If
They don't
your
love your
box
games.
it's just I don't know about the games either. But
Can I
anyway,
just say that? Like I saw the games, like a person had like the 12 games they released this year, and I was like, if this graphic wasn't in front of me, I would have gone to my head, I would die. I wouldn't name these things. I would name maybe 3 of them. You know, like Keeper came out and not a peep, not even a fart on the wind. You know, like South of Midnight forgotten, the Oblivion remake forgotten. You know, just the Black Ops 7 right now. People are like,
oh man,
you know, you know. And it's just like,
to be fair, they came out with 10 games
happens.
this year and they all fucking flopped. Like no one gave a
12
fuck
games
about
actually.
Xbox.
It's 12. You see, we don't even know the number.
The one that was the most successful wasn't even made by Xbox, and that was the Oblivion remake. And then they had to fire people from Virtuos.
Oh man, I'll just say this. Going back to his point, this is what's hilarious, right? Because I'm gonna say this, Damien. Stay consistent. Because I guarantee you're probably one of the ones that are saying this is probably the worst generation of PlayStation, which is so happened to be the generation where they're giving away the most games. This is why I don't understand the energy. Which is it? Like, if you guys like the idea of PlayStation putting more games on platforms, then you can't say this is the worst PlayStation because they're doing exactly what you want. You want PlayStation games everywhere. They're doing it, at least to a certain extent, at least on PC. So why are you guys saying this is the worst generation ever? Why are you saying the PlayStation 4 is a better generation? Why are you saying PlayStation 3 is a better generation or 2? Those are the generations where they don't put games anywhere else. So the generation where they don't put games are the better generation, and the generation where they are putting games is the worst generation. Meanwhile, you make up your mind. Like it's just silliness. It's absolute silliness. Most people, especially outside PlayStation, oh, this is a terrible PlayStation gen. But they're doing what you wanted. They're putting more games on your platform than they ever done ever in brand history. And yet somehow this is the worst generation ever. How? It should be the best generation ever for you guys. You see what I'm saying? So it's just hypocrisy on what these guys want, you know? It's just insane. But I appreciate Damien. But what I argue for is for every brand to have an ecosystem, have their identity. That's Nintendo. And I'll be honest, I don't even really like Nintendo. But I support what they're doing because they support their fan base that do love what they want. Not every brand has to be what I like. Sometimes you're going to have a brand where I don't like it. It is what it is. But they have their own identity. They do their own thing. They don't do voice acting. You want voice acting, go somewhere else. You're not going to get it here. It is what it is. But guess what? They're successful.
So much so they're wondering what Link is going to sound like in the fucking movie. Like, what?
Yeah.
Is that a fucking question?
Mario had a voice actor that just retired recently. Mario.
They're gonna turn off the mic every time he tries to talk.
It's like 3 lines, bro.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just what it is. You again, just look at Xbox Series consoles. No one likes that. Not even Xbox guys. They stopped talking about it. They talk more of, let's be honest, they're talking more of what they think is coming than what they actually have. Like with the GTA 6 delay, right? And I mentioned this, I think, either last podcast or the last podcast before that, whenever we talked about the delay, I just found it interesting, the reaction of the delays from each community. The PC community saying, oh, this could potentially mean day and date. Nintendo was like, oh, this could potentially mean it's coming to Nintendo. Xbox community is, oh, it's going to run great because it could be coming out around the next hardware. It was only the PlayStation community that's like, man, we just got to wait to play it on our PlayStation. There was no what ifs. Yep. You see what I'm saying? That's what was interesting about the reaction. PlayStation gamers ready to play this on our own stuff. Xbox gamers wants to play it on the next stuff. They don't want to play Grand Theft Auto 6 on what they have now. They don't want to play that on what they have now because what they have now sucks. It sucks.
Fact.
You see what I'm saying? And keep in mind, Microsoft was probably the biggest supporter of PC and any other platform, putting the games everywhere. So if what they're doing is so good, why does everybody hate the console? Why does it suck? Why do people want to play GTA 6 on the next console and not talk about the console they got now? You see what I'm saying? So this whole thing just it killed their brand. It killed the identity. You know?
Yeah. I want to play it. The trailer has been shown on PS5. I'm like, yeah, that thing came out tomorrow. I pick it up.
Hell, Witcher 4 probably won't come out till 2027, 2028, and I want to play that on my Pro.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
the most anticipated games next year.
Yeah, if
right, yeah, all of them.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. The fans of the multiplayer strategy are the fans that don't have the hardware for the games that are want to sell.
Exactly.
Pretty much, if you're on PC, yeah, you want the multiplayer strategy because you're not getting the access to those games. So I get it. But that doesn't mean. But here's the thing to the PC gamers: I get what you want. But don't expect me to give a fuck. Excuse me. Oh, okay. The girl's not here. Don't expect me to give a fuck about your platform. That's what I understand about these gamers. Why the fuck you want me to sympathize for you? I don't give a shit about what you play on. Why are you asking my sympathy or empathy? No, I'm worried about my shit that I pay for. I want my shit to be at its premium and stuff like that. I don't care about your shit. That's your problem. Why you expect me to sympathize with it? No, I'm not sympathizing with your bullshit. Go play your Fuda games. That's what you get. That's what you get. Enjoy that shit. Enjoy that shit.
I'm also wondering though if if you wanted PlayStation games, why didn't you get a PlayStation? Why do we keep asking PlayStation games to come to wherever? Like, what was the reason in the beginning that you pick something else, right? Were you just not able to choose? Maybe I'm asking this from a very privileged and blessed position, of course. That I get to pick a console and afford the console that I want to buy, right? But was there any reason why you didn't pick a PlayStation to play the games on? And I feel like a lot of people I see, they just hate on PlayStation because they want to hate on PlayStation. It's not they're not really in support.
That's all it is.
Yeah, they're just it's just Xbox happened to be on the opposite side, right? So. Yeah.
They got social media and they just need to type something. Yeah. That's what
root for the underdog.
They want attention. They
create an account.
I didn't know the $1 trillion company was the underdog.
Yeah, they create an account. They create an account and they gotta use it. They gotta put some miles into their account. That's what it is. Glassdoor Gamer.
If you guys notice that whenever they add Damian Henry, they highlight Henry because I'm in it.
That's because they're like this Henry better.
The real Henry.
Oh man, there you go. Will the real Henry please stand up? Oh, but shout out. All right, Glassdoor Gamer says Linux benefits from Steam long term too. M is right about the Netscape. Microsoft is nasty in the PC space. They tried in gaming and failed. I'm saying. I remember they also tried to do with the video player. I forgot what it was called. They also pulled that stuff with the. What was it? What is it? What was it?
Windows.
No, they have Windows Media Player. Real player.
Oh yeah, real player.
They block real player. They block real player.
Oh, that's right.
Remember?
Yeah,
I remember that. I remember when they block real player and they try to force you to use that dog shit Windows render. And man, this shit don't even work with half the files. How you block something and your shit don't even work with the files we got? What the hell? You got this dog ass shit. This shit is dog shit. It was real player. But just like what M said, it took so long that by the time, the court and whatever, because, Microsoft will fight back and challenge, and it takes years. Yeah. By the time they figured that out, and it's okay, real play could come back. Real player lost so much mind share and whatever. Yeah. And Microsoft knew what they're doing. They're like, listen, we'll break the law because we know how long it takes to actually for the government to tell us we're wrong. And by the time the government tells us we're wrong, we'll say, oh, sorry, here, we'll pay the fine. But the company that we shut out, they don't have the capital to sustain, and they'll be gone anyway.
Exactly.
So they know what they're
it's
doing.
the same thing that Apple and Google do, by
it's
the
like
way.
It's like a foul in basketball.
These corporations are your friends.
You got 6 fouls. It's like basketball. You got 6 fouls, so you're going to use it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's like a penalty. In sometimes it's when there's a short goal, you create a foul and you get a penalty.
Kick the dude in the head. Get that red card. Get that red card.
Exactly. Get that red card. But hey, there's a chance that you might save the game. So do what you're gonna do.
Even if you're not playing in it no more, oh well, I saved you.
Yeah, exactly.
The score is still 0-0. It's still 0-0.
Exactly.
Get
sometimes
that red
that's
card.
Just what they do.
And stuff like that. Let me ask Will about your thoughts on the Steam Machine. Just to round up everybody's opinion on it.
Yeah, so it caught my attention at first, just the fact that for a console player like myself would like to get into PC gaming. But then when I saw them trying to run Cyberpunk as their benchmark, it didn't run all that well. And
Really?
It was Digital Foundry. I was like, yeah, so they had to put it on like medium. So they ran it, and I guess Oliver from Digital Foundry went to Valve to test it out, and he said he couldn't get it to run until he put on like medium and low settings and 1080p for it to finally run well. So I know that
I see M's face like, yep, you're done. Like,
that 8 gigs. I know it's a custom GPU, and they have 8 gigs of VRAM. That 8 gigs of VRAM is gonna be a problem. Yeah. Just look at the Series S. And when I was interested in it, kind of like to what Porter Rock
let me hit on that
video,
point real quick with 8 gig VRAM. So it's kind of like what Extreme says. You cannot fight the laws of physics. I don't care what you do. You can have the most BCPU.
Well said.
You can have all these high thing. At the end of the day, the one thing I learned, generation after generation after generation, the number one thing developers always say is they can never have enough RAM. There is no such thing as, oh, that's more than enough. RAM is always something that's a constraint. You understand what I'm saying? It is a constraint because that's the only thing. It's the actual space and the speed of it. You can have all the computational power all you want, but if your RAM is limited, you're gonna have problems because there's only so much they can fit and feed the CPU and the processor and stuff like that, right? So to still have 8 gigs in 2025 for your VRAM, that's wild, bro. That is wild, man. Some people are saying they should have at least had 12. 12 is like the minimum now in 2025 going forward. 8 gig, like let that shit go. Move on from it. Because now you're talking 1080p, shit now and stuff like that. All right, go continue, Jill.
Yeah, so like Porter Rock said in his video, if you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. I think it's a great companion device. Like for someone like me who doesn't have a Steam library, I would like this, but I know going into it, I'm only gonna play older games. Like the first game that popped up into my head was the remaster of Scarface: The World Is Yours. Apparently they were going to remake it, but they took it off the Steam store due to licensing issues. So I was like, well, there goes that.
Oh, man.
Idea.
You ain't got Tony Montana on Steam?
No.
That's it?
I beat that a while ago.
That was your kid. Yo, that was his killer app. Tony Montana. Montana.
I can play it on PS3, so I can play it on my PS3, so I'm cool with that. But they remastered it and updated the graphics to where you can go to the old graphics, the new graphics, run it at better frame rate. So that's what I was interested in. If they come out with this, they're going to have to come up with a killer game. I know everyone in the chat is pointing to a Half-Life 3. I would personally like to see a Left 4 Dead 3. That's what I would want to see. But
okay,
man,
yeah,
I don't know.
My man's killer app was
like
Tony
a legitimate
Montana.
one, not the one they have
Back
where
for
you
Blood?
pick
Back for
cards
Blood?
before each round. Yeah,
Back for Blood.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yo, my man.
When it comes to the pricing,
Tony Montana.
When it comes to the pricing,
that was his killer app. Ah, shit.
When it comes to the pricing, I think that the 500 gigs probably going to be around like 500, and this is my predictions. I think the 2 terabyte is going to be like 700 because they can subsidize it. They have the strongest marketplace on for PC gaming.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Between 6
and I think the VR will probably be like 800, 900.
Oof.
That might be.
I'm gonna be honest.
Why would they subsidize?
Oh, it's going to be more because they have the strongest marketplace.
No, but why would they? Because the thing is,
why did they subsidize the Steam Deck? Why did they subsidize the Steam Deck?
Did they subsidize? I keep hearing that.
You could buy a Steam Deck for like $250 like 2 weeks ago.
I don't think it's subsidized.
No, but I'm saying, like 2 weeks ago, it was priced at $250 on Valve's website.
But that's old though. It's
$250 for a Steam Deck.
But that's a sale, right? That's a sale of an older hardware.
Yeah, but
I don't think it's subsidized.
No, I think it is. You got PC handhelds that are at like 500 to 1,000, 1,200, 2,000, and theirs is still at like 600. That's just me. I personally think that.
I know,
but
because if you're gonna subsidize, it's because you're trying to push. So let me ask you this: so to subsidize something, it's because the mission is to push the product mass market. That you're willing to absorb lesser revenue, whether it's just breaking even or in some major cases take a loss, because you're trying to get the product mass market, which benefits the thing, right? But their structure is like so limited. Like you can only get it to Steam. Like they don't mass market it to various vendors. Like you can't just go to Amazon and buy a Steam Deck, right? And it's not sold everywhere. It's very limited. Like, so for something that they're willing, so like it's kind of weird that if they did take a loss or subsidize it, you subsidize something, but your supply chain limits how many people can reach and get it. I don't know. It's weird. That's just a weird market strategy.
It's also being sold on their storefront, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they do have that, but man, I don't know. I mean, I was interested in it until I saw how it ran Cyberpunk.
No Tony
I already have
Montana.
a machine.
No Tony.
Because I already have a machine that can run Cyberpunk at 80 frames. It's called the PS5 Pro. And I was like, oh, look, I don't even need the VR because you could just put this VR into that with the PC adapter. Like, if I really wanted to play Half-Life Alyx, but I don't know. Man. We just got to see. I mean, I thought it would be cool to get GOG on there because GOG has good deals too. Like, I think they were selling the first Fear game for $1 like 2 weeks ago. PC does have great deals, but yeah, it's going to come to the entry point for that.
All right. Let me go through Doughboy. Oh, no, Yeti, did you talk Doughboy on the Steam?
Yeah, I touched on it a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. You cool with it?
We need Sean and Terrapin.
I mean, like I say, I like it. I like the look of it, like I said before. You know what I mean? Okay. But I think it's all going to price. You got to think, like, if it costs better off. Well, I mean, not prices.
Oh, you cutting in and out like a motherfucker, fam.
My man said,
Ricky.
Can
you hear me?
Yeah, you're cutting in and out.
Damn.
Yeah, is it like a storm?
Right. Let me do Sean. Sean, how about you? Yeah. Okay, we can hear you now.
How I feel about it? I feel like it's a nice companion device, like everybody else said. I'm actually kind of interested. But I think in my prediction, I feel like it's gonna be at least between $500 and $600 because I don't see it being beyond that. Unless you trying to do like expand.
I'm gonna say this: M has been on point with them prices. So if he said $1,000, I'm gonna be like, yeet. That's just getting yeeted. That shit's gonna get yeeted out of here.
Yeah.
Oh man. How about you, Henry? What are your thoughts about it, Henry?
The price?
Yeah. Or what you're thinking about it, just in general. Your thought about the Steam machine.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't. What are they gonna do with? There's no. Yeah, like they need a killer app, right? So, and I get it. It takes the headache off building a Steam machine on your own, right? Because then they are going to update the drivers. You don't have to be hunting for it or troubleshooting the thing, which I answered in chat to Russell earlier. God, like. I mean, if it's price, well, I get it's going to be hard to undercut the PS5 in pricing. But if they want to enter the console market, it has to be at least matching the price of a PS5, right? And it has to, the performance has to be looking at a mid-gen refresh PS5 Pro, right? So if they are getting over the PS5 price, and those guys who, run their mouth on how they love PC gaming, how much is superior, they better put their money where their mouth are and support this machine, right? So, but if the Steam Deck sells 3 million, yeah. So are they like, maybe they are looking for a way to take their gaming away from the desk to a couch? Then this is a great way to do it, right? So. Yeah, I don't know what to think of it, but I'm excited. There's a new, I think with Xbox leaving, this is a good entry point for Steam, right? So,
but with Xbox leaving, isn't this what Xbox is trying to do as well? Create a PC, go to PC gaming, but try to provide that console-like experience.
But they're not really, but they're not really providing a hardware, right? So a dedicated hardware.
Okay, yeah.
Steam. Yeah, so, but that's definitely going to cannibalize what Xbox is trying to do. Between the two, I definitely pick. If these are the only two I can pick, I'm picking the Steam box over Xbox. So
hell yeah,
unfortunately, unfortunately for Microsoft, yeah. So
well, he said unfortunately for
Xbox
Microsoft,
is done.
Ouch.
It's funny that you guys. It's funny that you guys touched on that too, because all the major outlets are the ones that are like, damn, they just kind of undercut Xbox with this PC console hybrid that they're doing. Exactly, but it's only the Xbox guys that are like, oh, they just fucked PlayStation. Like, I don't know, IGN, Eurogamer, Gaming Bolt, all the major outlets, and even fucking PC gamers are like, damn, I think it was fuck, Maximilian Dude was like, fuck, dude, Xbox can't catch a break. I was like, fuck.
It's like the G4 TV all over again. Yeah, Xbox is gonna mop the floor with you guys.
So this definitely not a PlayStation, bro. Because like I said before, the one
Don't
who
count
was going
that as
after
breakfast.
the one who's
doesn't
going
count.
after this market was Xbox. They're trying to get
Yep.
PC gaming to be more console-like. PlayStation's a console. It's not trying to be console-like, right?
Nope.
And Steam beat Microsoft to the punch, bringing PC gaming into a more console-like thing. But like I said, you can't replace the thing that's actually doing it. You know, PlayStation's not trying to be console-like. It is the console. So it's already, there. It's the little battle between Microsoft and now Valve on who can provide that PC-like, who could provide the PC environment to a console-like structure. That's what they're both trying to do. You know, Terabint, what's your thoughts on this?
Ooh, shout out Terabin.
What up? Can I be heard? Everybody hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
I'm still.
first of all, this would be a
remember
great.
you saying you put the terabyte in the Terabin.
I was gonna say this would be a great device to play Food and Nerd games on your big screen. For people that like to play. No, but I mean, okay. So, but in all honesty, like when you look at the specs, okay, so I'm assuming that because I don't know if it's finalized right with the RAM being, the VRAM being 8 gigabytes, but it's not unified RAM like the Series S is, so that's a little bit different. There's actually some leeway there because it will have base RAM for the because it's not the same thing as these consoles are, right? So it's not unified RAM. It should have like separate RAM for like the other stuff, like the OS. And just correct me on this because I'm not 100% sure, but is this going to be Steam OS like solely focused or okay?
Yes, it's Steam OS.
So that's a good benefit. Because this is actually going to show just how efficient the Steam OS would be in comparison to Windows, and so whatever Magnus is going to be doing for Microsoft with their next iteration of the Xbox PC hybrid, then that's going to need to really step up their game when it comes to efficiency. But I was going to say this because I'm trying to think what games would they even like try to focus on. And when you look at this top of the Steam charts, the game that really stands out is like Counter-Strike. But I don't know if that's the kind of game people want to play on their TV. Now, of course, the specs look like the kind of specs that would be perfect for Counter-Strike because it's more CPU enhanced. Like the CPU is actually pretty decent in this thing. It's not going to rely on a lot of textures and stuff like that. So 8 gigabytes of RAM would be perfect for that. And I'm assuming that this will definitely very easily reach 120 frames per second for a game like Counter-Strike. And so the other question to that is, well, do people even play Counter-Strike on a controller? Because how are you going to play that on a TV? So I don't really think that's a thing. But I'd be curious to know because, again, I have roots in PC gaming. Matter of fact, my FPS roots come from basically a Counter-Strike-esque type of game called War Rock. If you ever look that up on YouTube, War Rock was like a South Korean version of Counter-Strike, but the movement was just cracked out to the max. And that was the kind of game that was really, really catered towards keyboard and mouse, just like Counter-Strike is. But not to really take the whole conversation towards that in particular. I'm just trying to think of like, well, okay, so what games would people really want to play on this? Because when you think of PlayStation games, the PlayStation itself, the PS5 is a pretty formidable console. It's been able to play all the games that are made for it. And then this is just a whole different approach, right? Like, obviously, they call it a console, but it's definitely more of a PC than it is a console. We're just thinking of the format, right? Of like what it's going to be connected to, and that's what everybody's thinking about, right? So if this is going to be solely, because it's not just going to be for a TV, you'll still be able to connect it to a monitor, and it'll be just like a regular PC in that sense, as far as like the experience using keyboard and mouse. Like hell, I could use a keyboard and mouse on my PS5 Pro and play shooting games like that, but I'm just so used to using the controller, right? So now that they're going that route, you know what that kind of reminds me of? It reminds me of a video that your cousin Doc Dark did a while back, where he was kind of doing his cap video. You know how he does the cap, the 2 truths, 1 cap.
Yeah, he just did it for Call of Duty.
I'm sure he did, but I'm talking about like the because you kind of have to for especially if you've been basically if you've been trying to big up Game Pass this whole time and Black Ops is not even looking too good. I don't know exactly what the numbers are.
I actually got Black Ops 7.
I hope you got that for free.
Was it given to you as a code?
I did get it for free.
Yeah, because they sent you a code. That's the only reason why you got it. Because I told you once I saw the trailer and I saw the giant dude coming over the horizon looking like Kronos from one of the God of War games. I'm like, what? This is not Call of Duty, bro. This is just weird. He's gonna get clowned on, but the multiplayer is gonna be typical COD.
Yeah, it's decent.
People are shitting on the multiplayer too.
I play multiplayer. It's decent. It's not the best. Like I said, I've been playing it for a bit.
It's good. Yeah, it's good for free, I guess.
It's decent. It's decent.
I think the sentiment towards it though is that people are just kind of tired with the bullshit that Activision Blizzard has been doing with that franchise. If they go back to Modern Warfare and try to bring back the boots on the ground type of experience, that'll probably be more welcome. But Xbox is, Microsoft Gaming, they're not liking this reception for this Black Ops 7. Is definitely going to look a little bit desperate as it goes on. They're going to keep having to try to appease to the audience. You see how many changes they made before they launched it based off of the feedback they were getting and all the wild praise that Battlefield 6 has been getting. So it's just interesting to see that dynamic, right? Even with announcement of the Game Awards that were just launched today, where what's his name? Geoff Keighley, whatever his name is. He announced the best multiplayer games of the year. Battlefield 6 is on there. Arc Raiders is on there. I didn't see Call of Duty on there. I don't even think I've seen any Xbox oriented games on there. So yeah, I'm really not sure. This Steam machine is not something that I'm gonna buy, but I would assume that this is gonna be cheaper than what Xbox is making. So perhaps they can salvage some of that potential, player base from even bothering to go that route with the Xbox Magnus or whatever they end up calling it.
Maybe they'll just make a Xbox version with a button on it, and then that's the next Xbox.
Oh, there you go. That's another Xbox. Yeah, because all you need is a sticker, and then it's an Xbox. So you just take an Xbox sticker.
I mean,
slap
you
it
can
on your PS5 Pro, and you got an Xbox.
Custom the front plate, right? And then you can make it an Xbox, right?
It's kind of silly how the whole conversation has gotten so petty. People are just really just making the craziest content just for clicks now, just to garner any kind of attention. So, but in the meantime, one thing I'll tell you right now when it comes to the PlayStation gamers, that they're playing games. They're not playing Twitter. They're not playing, YouTube shorts and, videos for all that stuff. Most of us are just playing games and enjoying the games that we want. And of course, I saw Digital Foundry. I wanted to briefly touch on this because it goes right along with the conversation. In comparison to the specs of this Steam box, Digital Foundry just did their year review of the PS5 Pro. I don't know if anybody had a chance to catch that. Yeah. But it made me, maybe this would be a good question for you guys. Because our hardware, we bought this console, $700. The price tag shocked a lot of people, but the potential of what it's capable of, it definitely shown in certain games. Maybe not every game, but there's definitely still yet potential to be reached with this PS5 Pro, which has twice the amount of RAM as this Steam machine is going to have. And then possibly even a little bit more legs going into the next gen. If this, considering 3-4 years out, we'll see how this console really shapes up as the second half of the console generation continues. But my question is, Digital Foundry, they did their year review of the PS5 Pro. So you PS5 Pro owners, especially those in the chat, what games over the past year, for anybody that has a PS5 Pro, have you felt like you enjoyed the absolute best version of the game in comparison to what a base console would have provided? So like, what games stood out as far as being PS5 Pro enhanced that you guys could say over this past year have been your favorite?
I got a list if you got time.
Maybe not right now. Maybe that's something. I don't want to take over the conversation, but I'm just saying though that's something that I was thinking of because when we were looking at the specs of this Steam machine, okay, we look at the specs, but if you're saying it's going to be $500, $700, and it's not going to be giving you Cyberpunk at mid graphics, and it's not going to be giving you a similar performance as PS5 Pro, then why don't we look at some of the things that PlayStation has done and what the PS5 Pro has done over the past year and compare that and be like, hey, well, you know what? This is going to be out for the next 3 or 4 years. If their prices are similar, what are some of the games that are going to stand out? And maybe these are games that people that are potential buyers are looking at and considering in their decision for what they want to choose, right? So that's why I wanted to ask that question.
I don't know. I'll just end it with this. I think like
Yote, I know you gonna say Yote. You're not on the Pro though. You're not on the Pro, but even when you're not on the Pro though, look what PlayStation's doing with the console that they started the generation with. It's fantastic.
That's why having a curated experience is so important. You know what I mean? So they can make the game run that well because you don't have to worry about one specific hardware set, which is amazing. You know, I love Yote. I know we're going to talk about that, but just to end it off with the Steam machine, I mean, yeah. Just to end it off with the Steam machine, man. I mean, I like the look of it. I mean, I think the price is going to be a big determining factor on how well it sells or how well it doesn't sell because you already starting at such a performance deficit that it's like, how is this going to look like in the next 5 years when you got these Unreal Engine 5 games coming out that's like super unoptimized and they already kind of don't support AMD the best, like because PC is mainly an NVIDIA thing. So I mean, it got a lot of hills to climb. So it's going to be for a specific buyer, and I'm pretty sure they're going to enjoy it. But like for mass market, I don't see it doing very well.
Yeah, the lifespan is also in question because we are midway into this generation, and it doesn't look like it's something that's a mid-generation quality, right? So it looks like it's early generation spec. But hey, I could be completely wrong. What do I know?
Yeah, I'm thinking Space Marine 2. That was one of the games I picked up for Black Friday last year. That looked really good. Stellar Blade ran super smooth. I remember comparing Stellar Blade. There was videos about it being compared on a 4070 versus the PS5 Pro, and like PC was just had this innate stutter. Even though it's an Unreal Engine 4 game, it stuttered quite a bit on PC, and the frame pacing not as consistent. So it ran really good on the PS5 Pro, and I never got to play it with the base PS5, but there were people that played the game earlier in the year it came out, and they were like, "Yeah, the game was great. The game ran good, but the difference between when the game launched and when the PS5 Pro update happened for Stellar Blade, it made a big difference in my opinion, and I enjoyed playing through that game. I really sipped that game like a fine wine. It was one of those games where I didn't want to rush through it. I wanted to do every side mission. I wanted to fight every boss battle and try to perfect it for the sake of my YouTube footage. You know what I mean? Like you could beat a boss, or you could beat a boss in a way where it's much more enjoyable to watch for the second time. Like when you had to fight the Valkyries on God of War, you could beat the Valkyrie, then the if you take like 1 or 2 hits, you're dead. But if you could beat one without taking barely any damage, that footage just comes out so freaking badass, right? Every dodge, every parry, that kind of stuff. Same thing with Black Myth Wukong, another game that requires a lot of skill. But what the PS5 Pro is doing is making these games look that much better. I've been jumping back into Black Myth Wukong, and even on the performance mode, it looks pretty good. Like I really like how sharp the textures are starting to look on there, minus the lighting change they did to it. But just some of the examples, man. They even have Gran Turismo 7 running full. I'm talking about native 4K 120. That's impressive, man. Or with 60 frames per second with the ray tracing. If you ever played that game on a big screen, it looks so good. You can even play it in 8K 60 if you're crazy enough to have bought an 8K TV. So, it's been a hell of a year, and really it's just getting warmed up with what it's capable of. So, we spent that $700 or $700 or $800 if you had to get the disc drive, but I think the PS5 Pro is, in retrospect, in hindsight, it's looking like it was a pretty decent, trade off, right? A little bit more on the price, but what you're getting for it is something that's going to really stretch out for the next few years and get you those experiences that you really want when you're playing a video game. Playing Battlefield 6 is probably my most shining example right now because you're playing it on PSSR on a monitor, above, 100 frames per second, and it looks super sharp. I can see all the hostiles in the distance. I can pick them off. I've been messing with the sniper on the battle pass. That thing is a beast. It's like the best sniper in the game, and like just being able to be so quick with the aiming and something was something that I never was even able to do on Battlefield 2042 or even Battlefield 1 because it was limited to 60 frames. And we're going beyond that now with the PS5 Pro and even the base consoles too, just, at a lower resolution.
This guy always brings up the TED Talk, bro. This guy loves technology.
Hey, no, I swear I was thinking that shit.
God, bro.
We started with the Steam console and somehow went to Call of Duty, and then
I have no idea. World War III could start. He'd be like, but on the Pro, when I saw the atom bomb, the particle effects, like, bro, we about to die. Really?
That's funny.
Judgment Day is here. Judgment Day is here, and you're talking about the Pro.
It's funny you say that because I actually taught a class on that. Revelation chapter 9 is about World War 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, look at that.
And I did a whole breakdown on that. So I could talk about that too.
Well, speaking of Revelations, speaking of Revelations, so this Steam machine is better performing than 70% of the gaming rigs. So here's my thing, right? So let me read the article real quick. It says, out of Valve's 3 hardware announcements made on Wednesday, the Steam machine was undoubtedly the one that got people the most excited. Sure, Valve already tried and failed 10 years ago. But the successful hardware launches of the Valve Index and especially the Steam Deck have proven Gabe's Newell's company can do hardware really well. Now, I don't know about that. 3 million Steam Deck sales is not really well. Come on now. Let's stop playing. Yeah. But anyway, one of the main changes compared to the previous Steam machine iteration is that it will feature a large selection of games. However, Valve also needs to make sure the device has competitive pricing while still delivering decent performance. In that regard, in a video interview with Adam Savage, hardware engineer Yazan, I can't pronounce his last name, we'll call him Aldi, claimed the new console-like platform is comparable to or better than 70% of the user rigs registered in the Steam survey. I guess this is a quote from them. Well, there's looking at it from 2 different directions, right? The first one is that it needs to have enough performance to play all your Steam games. That was really important to us. We want it to be a pretty simple experience. You don't have to worry about, I play these games. I don't know if it has enough performance to play these games. That was the first hurdle. We needed to make sure that there's enough performance in the Steam machine that you don't have to worry about that. But we also kind of wanted to target more of an entry-level device. We understand that affordability is really important, right? The price point definitely plays a huge factor into what performance level we're trying to target. Essentially, we kind of use those 2 directions to triangulate what we think makes the most sense. Another thing that we actually looked at is just the Steam hardware survey. Basically, that just gives us a good benchmark of where people's home devices are at in terms of performance, and the Steam machine is equal or better than 70% of what people have at home. That's also another way to think about it where we kind of arrive at that performance level. All right, so I'm going to just stop there because they talk about other stuff. So, like, going back, the audience, right? I think that's a good conversation we can have. Who is this really for? For a successful device, you got to tell her an audience, right? You can't say it's generic for everybody because it really isn't for everybody, because most of it is multi-plats, right? There's no exclusives on this thing. If it does have exclusives, it's these niche titles that isn't mass broad, everyone wants it. I'm sorry, Chill Will, but not everybody wants Tony Montana. Not everybody wants Scarface. Everybody's not buying anything for Scarface. It's just.
If you want Grand Theft Auto, you want Scarface.
You know what I'm saying? It's a great game. I beat it. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? So, most PlayStation gamers are not going to buy this because they already got the product that they want, which is the console. Sony's committed to the console. They're going to deliver another console, and they're just going to do the PlayStation thing the PlayStation way. And also with the whole library and the franchises and the titles and the PlayStation games and deals, the investment in China, all that stuff. PlayStation gamers, let's be honest, PlayStation gamers ain't really looking for a new product. If anything, PlayStation gamers just want Sony to make sure they don't mess up the product that they enjoy, right? So it's not really, so there is no exodus of PlayStation gamers wanting to leave. I think it's more of PlayStation gamers just wants to make sure Sony doesn't do something stupid. That's really the place, right? PC gamers, if Steam data is correct, and this Steam machine is better than most of the stuff PC gamers have, this could be for them, right? It's simpler. They could still tinker if they want to really tinker, but it's better than their rigs, right? And it'll probably be more optimized than their rigs, right? Because their rigs is probably Windows based, and we all know Windows suck. So Steam OS, which is more optimized for the gaming, more optimized for the gaming experience, right? Could be the better option. It's better than the rig you got. It's more optimized. And you just might like not tinkering. You might for once probably forgot how nice a world is where you could just sit back, press a button, and it just works. You might get that feeling once again. You might be like, you know what? Maybe not as good as a console, but most definitely better than what you're getting now. You might just like the updates just getting updated. The drivers just fetches itself. All these nice little nice to haves that us console gamers are absolutely normal. It's normal for us. You might want that life back. But I will say the only main stopping point is some of the popular games like Battlefield, Call of Duty. Apparently, a lot of these games won't run on Steam because of the anti-cheat or the lack of anti-cheat Steam OS has. So it's going to miss out on some big games. So what do you think? Do you think this might be more for the PC gamer that is part of the 70% rather than trying to go after console gamers? And I think you all talked about it in some form of fashion. This thing doesn't really do anything to attract the console gamer. You know, I don't see trying to go after a PlayStation gamer and be like, hey, don't buy a PlayStation, buy a Steam machine that also plays PlayStation games, but maybe a year later at weaker specs. Like, no. Like, no. That's not appetizing. Being told I have to wait for games is not an appetizing sales point. It's never a selling point to say you could eventually play that game. That's not a very good sales point. That's like going to a steakhouse and you'll eventually get a steak. Don't go to the steakhouse where you know you're gonna get a nice steak. You'll eventually get a steak from us. Just sit and wait. Like that's not how you advertise. So what do you guys think about that? You think this might be Steam's way of actually getting PC gamers in the 70% block, not the 30%?
I mean, like, so that's the thing, though. They have a controller, right? So they're trying to change the ergonomics of this gaming, right? So trying to move you away from the desk setup to a couch setup, but then are you going to convince those mouse and keyboard players who are swear by it, right? So for the aim, that's also one thing, right? So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they, so because the Steam Deck didn't really move much, so I'm repeating myself here. So I would be interested to see how many this thing can sell.
I will say this though. So good point. But here's the thing: the Steam Deck, because remember the Steam machine is 6 times more powerful than the Steam Deck. So arguably, the Steam Deck is the worst version of their games. I always said, you know, unless you have exclusives, it's hard to sell a portable device because the portable device is the worst way to play your games. And you're trading off performance or how you have access to the games you have in your home for portability. And most people don't care about that. And Extreme brings it up. You don't see a bus full of people playing video games. It's just not. You might get one Nintendo Switch person out of the whole bus that might have a Switch play. Most people don't really care about portable gaming like that, especially AAA. Maybe on their phones because they're playing poker or checkers or something, right? They're playing something stupid. But no one really is in the mood to play Zelda on the bus. That's not a thing. There's not millions of people. It's not a thing.
See how people react when they see me playing, when they see me playing my phone on the monitor on the bus.
But you're like the only one,
or some shit.
Yeah, and you're hogging up the TV because people are trying to watch CNN. But y'all out here playing goddamn Call of Duty and Battlefield. People be like, we want to know the weather and shit. But anyway, you see what I'm saying? Not a lot of people. There's not a, and you could tell. You could go to any flight. You don't see a whole cabin of Switch people and PC handhelds. It's not a thing, right? So the worst way to play games for the sake of portability is a very niche need or function, right? But in this case, the Steam Machine is not trading weakness for portability. It's actually better. So it is functionally a better device than 70% of what you have. So if you're in the 70% group and you just get rid of, or you just move away from this device and you decide to buy a Steam machine, you actually upgraded your experience. You get an upgraded experience. So could that be a selling point where you easily get an upgraded experience of your games? Because again, you're not really investing in your PC. You're still on that 2050. You're on the 1660 Ti. Stop bullshitting. You're on that bullshit PC. You got the worst PC out there. Hell, some people don't even own their own PC. I literally had somebody in a debate saying it was their brother's PC. So Josh, we know you getting the Steam Deck. You getting that motherfucker. You type to get your own shit. Stop using your brother's PC.
How much you say it's gonna be?
That's the question. That's gonna be the holdup. That's gonna be the holdup. Because Josh ain't getting $1,000 Steam Deck.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see it being a substitute for a pre-built. You know what I mean? If you don't want to build your own PC, you just want something to, grab and add your games on and go ahead and play real quick. But, it's all going to depend on price. That's going to be a big determining factor for sure.
Yeah.
But I can see that. I can see my boy Josh Adich. He finally get his own rig. The Steam Machine.
Yeah.
It's better than what he has now. And he owns his own shit. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I could see that maybe. I could see Steam going. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not making a dent. Because he's not spending money. Like he's basically not in the demographics because he's not voting with. He's not tilting the scale. Because
he doesn't buy games.
Steam. Yeah. So the platform or the publisher, they're not feeling the effect of whatever his contribution or lack of. Right. So. Yeah, that's the part where these people have to realize you could complain all you want, but your money doesn't matter because you're not spending. Yeah, so.
Good point. Benjamin Franklin talks, bullshit walks.
And I'm not disrespecting because I know we all have different financial situations, right? But it's just but you don't get to pick because people are voting with their wallets. Right? So.
Hey, what kind of car do you drive? Because I saw the red. What do you call it?
I have a
seatbelt.
I have a 2021 Civic Type R. You could find it in Gran Turismo. Yeah. It's a fun car. You can find it in Gran Turismo. I get a lot of comments from...
my shit is in Gran Turismo.
Yeah. And also Forza Horizon. Yeah, so I get a lot of comments from kids. So,
hey, your car's in the video game.
I drove your car in Gran Turismo. Yeah. I went to pick up a TV at Best Buy, and the kid that delivered the TV, I drove your car in Gran Turismo. I go, gee, thanks.
It's kind of a big deal because my car's not in Gran Turismo. Kind of upset about that, but
it's a fun car.
The Gran Turismo ranking, that's crazy.
That's the go-to car in Gran Turismo.
My car is a CLS 550, and it's a nice car.
Nobody driving no goddamn CLS 550.
Yeah,
ain't who the hell drives that in a racing game?
I was in a car accident. I had to replace what I had before.
You see that shit in a rap video? You ain't gonna see that in no damn Gran Turismo.
You're not letting go.
I don't know. It's not big like an S class, but it's got a nice engine though. It's a twin turbo V8.
Well, for what it's worth, I can't really afford that car, so I'll have to.
I'm not over here complaining that my Chevy Impala isn't in fucking Gran Turismo.
Yeah, but that's that Snoop. But you get to see that car in the Snoop Dogg video. That's that Snoop Dogg video.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Shit though, yeah.
That's Master P. That's Master P down south. You know what I'm saying? You
guys are thinking of old schools now.
My bad.
Hey, you know what I really like test driving on the Gran Turismo was that new Corvette.
Got a song.
That Corvette is sick, dude.
Wanna be a baller, shot caller,
that bad boy nice.
20-inch blade on the Impala. That's what you got.
You get a rap song.
You get a rap song. That's what you got.
That's your second time singing down south rap music. You like down south rap music?
Yeah, bro, I was in North Carolina for like half my life.
Oh,
I lived in Jacksonville. In fact, my house is there in Jacksonville, North Carolina. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
P-Rock knows his music, man. He knows his music.
Yeah, bro.
You know
Yeah,
what
bro.
I'm saying?
Dropping lyrics. Hey, B-Rock know what's up.
He's like, wait a minute. He's like, what?
He knows his
Well,
New
I'm thinking
York.
like
He
y'all
knows his
think
New
I know,
York
I got
stuff.
it.
He knows.
all he
I know.
listened,
Yeah.
all he listened to was boom bap rap.
Boom bap.
See, but
Boom,
that's the only problem I have with East Coast rap. They don't ever put any bass in their instrumentals. You know, down south you get too much bass.
Oh yeah, They, bass. Oh, they don't mess around down south with that bass.
Because they actually got
get
good
it.
lyrics, you know, on the East Coast, and that's why they
know.
want to make sure you
I
hear
don't
it.
know. I don't listen to rap anymore, so I don't know what's going on. You know, I'm on my
they don't-
I'm on my reggaeton vibe. That's it.
Well, they used to talk.
He gonna be
They used to
he
talk
gonna be listening
about.
to that Bad
I'm looking-
Bunny. He
Yeah.
gonna
I'm
be
looking
on
for
Bad
that.
Bunny.
Yeah, I'm looking for that Bob Bunny Super
He
Bowl.
can't wait. He can't
You know
wait
what I'm
for the
saying?
Super Bowl.
I know the Giants ain't gonna make it, so I'm gonna get something out of it. The Giants ain't gonna be there, so I'm gonna get something. Listen, the only two things I'm getting out of Super Bowl is Bad Bunny and the fact that Cowboys ain't there either. So I'm good.
Oh,
Hey, there you go. Yeah.
Ouch!
That's it.
Damn,
I'm
picking
messing
on
with
picking on Joe Will, man.
That's
Hey,
it.
I'm here to talk shit on Xbox.
That's it. He's like, why we go back? All right.
Not take
Let me-
strays,
Focus
motherfucker.
on
He
the
said, take it
enemy.
straight. Leave my
Focus
Cowboys
on
alone.
the enemy.
You know, Bad Bunny and no Cowboys. I'm good. I'm good.
My Cowboys
So-
just want me some money off these Raider fans.
Oh, shit. Ouch. Ouch. Let me do some super chats. Let me catch up. So we got.
You're cracking.
Mike, B-Rock, Mike,
Am I cracking?
Mike.
Mike.
Cracker.
Damn.
Uh,
Back to the racism, man.
Oh, man. Here we go.
A and Asian.
Oh, man.
whoa.
Here we go. D.
I'm being. Yeah, I took
You
the
know
B
they
and became
clipped
a
you.
B
You
and-
know you got clipped, right? You got clipped on that one, Henry. They got your ass. That's it. Listen. Hey, I'm gonna say the official disclaimer. You know, the words from Henry are not the official words of the 60 Frames Don't Like podcast.
I know.
Not know me. We got Jenna Hayes with the super chat. Thank you, Jenna. Shang-Chi. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, it was for me. I read it.
Oh my God! They just want
God dang.
PlayStation. Damn! They just want PlayStation games on PC and Xbox just to say they have it. They don't play games, nor do they care about PlayStation. Facts. We see it from the sales.
Facts.
Like Spider-Man 2, 1.5
day.
million sales. Like they're not. They don't
Yeah,
really want
God
these
of War,
games.
right? Didn't do well.
They want the
yeah,
bragging
so-
rights. They want the bragging rights.
The only game that did well was Ghost of Tsushima. That was the only game that really sold.
Yeah.
Right. That's it.
And then Horizon when it first came out, that was sold like 4 million.
Oh, I don't
But I think
remember.
that was the
Did it?
shock. That was the shocker. That was like the first PlayStation game, so I think everybody. But then after that, that shit just went until I think Helldivers. Helldivers legitimately.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
Helldivers
successful
is one.
game.
Yeah, that's a big one.
That's why I
Yeah.
say just stick with the live service game because they don't want the rest of your games. Galaxy Fur. Thank you for the super chat. A console PC hardware is only as powerful as its weakest link in its hardware chain. 8 gigabytes will bottleneck the rest of the hardware, similar to the Series S.
Mhm.
That's why everybody's talking about.
Good
That
point.
they should have. Even Nintendo with the Switch 2, they put 12 gigs. So you know when Nintendo, who normally like cheaps out on hardware, even they were like, "Ooh, 8 gigs, like we didn't even go that low." Like, bro, even we knew better. And believe me, if there's anyone that cheaps out on hardware, it is us. We literally built our success on cheap hardware, and even they said, "At least give it 12. We won't go 16." But we're not gonna go 8 either. 12 is the middle ground. We'll give you 12. We'll do that. Even they went
All right,
a little
fuck,
bit
I
more.
just thought about it now. So they have more VRAM and their games still run at 30. Fuck.
Oh, who? Nintendo?
With DLSS. Yeah, with DLSS.
Yeah, it's like
Damn.
so that
Nintendo
tells you.
Switch, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Nintendo Switch, boy. But you know that they sell, bro. That motherfucker selling, bro, because of exclusives. I'm just saying. And Glassdoor
Is,
Gamer.
how's Switch 2? How's Switch 2 selling? I
It's
never
like over
checked.
12 million. I
it's
think
It's a
up,
lot,
bro.
bro.
that thing's like a
That
10,
shit's
12
already
million.
gonna pass up the Xbox.
That shit's already gonna. Yeah, that shit's already gonna. That shit's gonna
I'm
pass
not talking
Xbox by
shit.
March.
That's really gonna
Do you-
Yeah,
happen.
it's
Do you
true.
think
I
it can
think so.
sustain
Ridiculous.
this amount of sales like for 3 years?
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
think so?
The way I
yeah.
know.
They
So
still got exclusives to drop,
this
bro.
is
They
anecdotal.
still got games coming.
This is anecdotal. This is all anecdotal. But I get
Okay.
the pulse on how Nintendo does based on my aunts. If my aunts talk about it, then it's popping. If they don't talk about it, then it's dead in the water. So like my aunts, they always call me because I'm the video game guy. So they're like, and they're already asking me about the Switch 2. when they are purposely asking me about the new Nintendo, it's done. Because when you reach the levels of my aunts, you have reached the lowest depths of casual gaming possible. You cannot get no lower than them. They are literally the lowest barrier. They don't know nothing about nothing. But once they know, you penetrated the lowest level of the market you could possibly do. And once they start talking about it, that's it.
It's funny you say that because that reminds me of a quote. I think it was Warren Buffett that said, when your cab driver is trying to tell you to buy in on a stock, that's when you should sell it.
It's too late. It's too late.
Yeah, but
that's what I know. I gotta
once they have awareness, Nintendo reached their goal. They reached the audience. Now it just comes down to when they're gonna buy it. It's not their advertisement already is. They already reach every level they can. Now it's when they're gonna buy it. That's all it comes down to.
I was genuinely surprised at how well it kept on selling the Switch 1, actually. Because I was like, because especially like in places like Japan, I mean, are you guys just losing them when you're taking the train and the bus? Are you just dropping them and throwing them down the bridge?
There's more Switch than people in Japan.
They just kept buying, and I'm like, why is this thing keep selling? The Switch, especially
dude.
Right, especially the Switch.
Maybe they think it's disposable.
It doesn't
I don't
switch.
know. Maybe they think it's disposable. Like, no.
The Switch 1 is outselling.
It's not disposable.
Switch 1 is outselling the Xbox like every month.
Yeah. I don't know why people why they keep on buying. Like, what are they losing or breaking their Switch? Like, especially the portable only one. So it's not even a Switch. It's just the whatever.
Oh yeah, the Switch Lite.
The stuck. Yeah.
You know what though, and this just goes to show how important it is to have competition, because I like that the Switch is selling good. That means that Sony is gonna have to be more aggressive, like what they're doing in Japan.
Yes.
It sounds like Nishino's trying to do that now.
Because Xbox won't fucking compete. So.
And are we talking about? We did already. Right?
All right. Let's talk about the Game Awards real quick.
The Game Awards.
In general, because I don't want to talk. Let's talk about the award nominees. Do you think that general list is accurate? I'll put it up on the screen.
The final GOTY.
I mean,
Expedition should win Game of the Year. That's all.
Expedition award.
All right.
I told y'all that though. Expedition. I think Expedition gonna sweep. I think it's gonna sweep a lot of these awards.
Expedition 33 is gonna be freaking amazing.
I just want to say this. I've been the one saying that Play Obscure.
Real quick. I don't mean to cut you off, Em. I'm so sorry, but I bought Expedition 33 because of how much you glazed it.
He said glazed. He said you glazed.
I declared.
He said you glazed.
I declared how great it is. It was
damn, I was like,
the glaze. I gotta see the fucking hype.
He said you glazed the shit out of it. Man, pause.
Listen, first of all, not a glaze. Second, I told you it was top 5 of all time, and at the moment, Clair Obscur is the most nominated game in the Game Award history. So there it is. As I've been putting you guys on game the entire time. The one time I came out and I told you this is top 5 of all time, it is the most nominated game ever. So put some respect on my name.
He said I put game on y'all.
I've been following the game before it came out. So I've been new on the radar.
Given to you?
Oh man, this guy.
Actually, it was. Actually, Kepler Interactive actually sent me. Kepler Interactive did send me the code.
That's a good time for me to remind people that I don't have a game partner on PlayStation.
Yeah, Kepler Interactive did send me a code. They did.
Just a thing I like to remind people from time to time. That's it. It's a thing that it's a situation.
I love it. I just got to get back on it though. I actually had to get back on the game though.
I played it. I beat it. I liked it. It's all right. It's all right.
I'm not crazy for
so far from what I played.
At your earliest convenience.
I'm not crazy for
your earliest convenience.
The story was really good.
Whenever death is most convenient for you, as early as possible, just go ahead and do that. That's how I feel about what you said. You know.
Oh God.
Says it's all right. Listen, like I said, just die at your earliest convenience. That's fine.
I bought it.
Man.
It's a must-play game too. Very much play game.
But I'm gonna play Dragon's Dogma before I play
great game.
Obscure.
I mean, look at all the notoriety it's getting. Obviously, it's a great game. Not my genre, but you know, it is what it is.
I'm gonna play Dragon's Dogma before I play Clair Obscur, though.
I hate you.
Oh no!
Just
Oh yeah.
no, you know what?
Dragon's
No. So
Dogma.
no. So after I play and beat Yote, I'm going to play Clair Obscur. I just gotta
There
finish.
you go, a good game,
yeah.
actual good game.
Oh damn! What do you mean by that? You heard him? You heard him? He said, "Oh, finally a good game."
I'm just gonna know it.
You heard him?
My mother
he's not
rise above the bullies.
He's not listening to anybody. He's like, I'm not
Yote
listening.
didn't get a nomination.
No, he got not for Game of the Year. No. In fact, I'm gonna put it on the screen. I'll put it on the screen. So these are the 6 nominated
Silk
games.
Song.
We got.
Death
I'm gonna read it. Yeah. So we got Clair Obscur, Death Stranding 2, Donkey Kong, Hades 2, Hollow Knight, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. So, how do y'all feel about the nominations? We'll do a shotgun. We'll start with you, Will. Your thoughts on the 6 nominees?
Yeah, so I feel like, man, I don't know, because I didn't play Hades 2 or Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, but I feel like Yote should have been in there. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know. I don't know. That's kind of weird.
He's feeling
They left the real Goldie off to get X.
How about you, Doughboy? Doughboy, what are your thoughts?
They left the real Goldie off to give Clair Obscur an easy chance to get the W, man. That's all I'm gonna say, bro.
Oh,
we know,
man. Extreme.
We know what the real game of the year is.
He said they left out Yote.
What does he think should be game of the year, though? That's what I want to know.
He said Yote. Goes to Yote. Should be game of the year.
Oh,
no, Yote.
Listen. First of all, I will say this. This year has been so stacked with amazing games. This list, there was no way this list was going to make me unhappy. You know, the one game that shouldn't be there, if we're being honest, is that Donkey Kong game.
I know it. I know it.
I don't know what that's doing.
I know it.
You know, listen. All of these games for children, I don't know why we pretend that they're on the same level as good games. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, that's just...
Well, hell, if Astrobot won, I mean, come on now.
No, listen.
Astrobot was a good game, though.
Astrobot also didn't release in this year. Because if Astrobot had released in this year, I would have said Astrobot doesn't need to be up there. So I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Here's the other thing. When it comes to Ghost of Yote, obviously, I think it's going to be a phenomenal experience for me when I play it. I haven't played it yet. It is what it is. But if a person makes that argument, I'm going to be like, yes, I understand where you're coming from. There's no issue with that. But like I said, there was always going to be something that is not. Another game that doesn't deserve to be there that I have played is Hollow Knight Silksong. And listen, comes from an Australian developer. I support it. I like Silksong. But again, the design philosophy behind the game, the way that it wastes your time, it should not be up for Game of the Year. Okay? So that's just one thing that I'm going to say. I enjoyed the game, but it doesn't deserve to be up there. So it is what it is, though. You know, these companies or whatever, they create these games. This award for them. So I guess good to them, I guess. You know.
Yeah,
I don't think that game deserves to be up there.
Yeah, we all watch the Game Awards just see the fucking reveals.
Exactly. We all do.
Okay. All right. Henry, your thoughts?
You muted, brother. You muted.
Oh, you might muted.
I do think Yote should be included. So, but I don't know what to take off from there, right? So,
Silksong.
Yeah.
Silksong.
He said Donkey Kong.
I mean, listen, Silksong before Donkey Kong. If I had to choose, I would take off Silksong first. Yeah, definitely.
And also let me spend a few minutes. I truly apologize for cracking that joke earlier. I think that was in really, really bad taste. So,
oh no, you're canceled, dog. You're canceled. You're canceled.
But,
Don't.
No, you could cancel me, but I don't think that joke should have been. Yeah, like it just like it was
no
bad.
forgiveness. He said, "We don't forgive."
Don't look at me. I already got my disclaimer. I'm like, oh, here we go.
It's kind of
As
like
the residential white guy, we don't care.
But anyway, yeah. So I don't know. Like, but they're all really popular games this year, right? And I don't play enough to say, one shouldn't be there. But why is the Game of the Year only limited at 6 nominees, right? Because considering, especially at a year where there are so many games, right? So, and like, how do you can't not have, right? So only 6, right? But hey, I didn't think that they were limited to 6. I thought they could expand the number of nominees.
Yeah.
Since normally is 6, it only goes beyond 6 if it's like the 6 places.
No, normally it's 5.
5? Is it 5 really?
Okay, so
normally
really?
5. So 6 is the expanded version.
Oh, okay.
But but it's not like Ghost of Yotei wasn't recognizing all the other categories. It absolutely is going to piss off a lot of the anti-woke crowd with what it's getting, right? So
yeah.
Interesting.
So, but that's my thought, because I wouldn't take any of these out, but I think Ghost of Yotei should be a nominee.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised about some of the nominations. Like, I don't think Players Mission 33 is going to sweep.
Oh, you are.
Oh no, Chill Will breaking up.
Oh my gosh, Chill Will,
Chill Will breaking up, yo.
You got canceled in my place.
Normally does.
He's breaking up.
You have network
I can hear
issues.
you now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I think your network. Yeah, like
your feed is
stop
also
motioning.
You're pixelating. Yeah, you're pixelated like in 480p right now.
I gotta jump out, jump back in. Yeah.
You're like running on
like
Unreal Engine 6 on Series S.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
There you go.
There you go. Okay, well, your mic's off now.
Hola.
Hey, listen, man. You know what? The lesson is get a Mac, people. Get a Mac.
he said, all of y'all need to get Macs. Stop with this Windows stuff. I'm gonna start doing my podcast on. I'm gonna buy a Steam machine. See if I can do my podcast on that thing.
Oh hey, yeah.
Hey.
Uh-oh.
You can. It's a PC.
Might be a bit setting that mug up, but hey.
It can work. It can work. It can work.
All right.
I guess.
But
let Sean touch on it real quick while you coming back.
So right here, PlayStation as a publisher Sony Interactive got the most nominations overall as a publisher.
Yes, sir.
That's insane. 19 nominations. Kepler with Clair Obscur, 13 nominations. Electronic Arts and Microsoft tied for 10 nominations. Sega got 7. Supergiant got 6, and Team Cherry got 5.
And that's off the back of 2 games, right? That's only.
I think that's like that. I think that's all it is. It's just 2 games. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Quality over quantity.
Exactly.
Yes,
I
don't know.
Yes,
Facts.
Oh, that's crazy, man. Oh, that's wild. Anyway, all right. So, just roundabout. So far from what you played, this is personal. What have been your personal game of the year? So we'll start with. Well, we already know Extreme. It's Clair Obscur, so that's easy. Extreme, right? Wait a minute. If you say anything but Clair Obscur, that is be the weirdest shit ever. All right, what's your
be included?
But all right, what's your game of the year?
Let me choose. What was the list?
No. Your personal. Not from the list.
My personal game of the year. Well, obviously, it's Clair Obscur.
Okay, all right. I was gonna say if you would have said Dave the Diver, I'd be like, what the fuck? Some weird shit.
That wasn't even this year, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Whatever. You would have said some weird off the wall shit. I would be like, how the hell?
Listen, right. I just want to feel like I'm not predictable. I'm a very dynamic individual.
No, but we've been talking about Clair Obscur for like 9 months straight.
I'm not a predictable man. Like I want
this was predictable.
I want to keep you on your toes.
But you're not. We knew.
Keep it toes.
We knew already though.
Who do you think should win? well, who do you think should win, and who, when you know, and who? Well, obviously, you have an opinion what you would like to see win, right? Who do you think should win or would win? Yeah.
Oh, out of that list.
Yeah.
Again, as a very dynamic person, clear obscure expedition. As a very dynamic, unpredictable person.
Never saw that coming.
No, you couldn't.
Nope.
No, listen,
Impossible.
people, I don't want you to get the wrong idea. I'm very dynamical. Like
unpredictable.
Like,
you can't be predicted. ChatGPT can't figure you out.
No, it's just I move in ways that are very mysterious to the world, So, anyways, that's what I wanted you to know.
All right, okay. How about you, Henry? What's your personal game of the year from what you played?
I think visually, I am, and emotionally, I would pick Ghost of Yotei. And
that's what I like about Henry. He doesn't even talk about gameplay. He's like, gameplay is disgusting.
Yeah.
I look at the visual
because
art
I think they're all fun in different ways. Whatever triggers you. Like some people are really, really stimulated by repetitive stuff, right? So, multiplayer shooters, right? So, and they're fun because you're constantly playing against different players. But I think, I would pick Ghost of Yotei over it. I'm not even like a samurai fan. I don't like Japanese samurai or pirate games, for that matter, right? So, but I would play Ghost of Yotei for sure.
I'll be honest, I don't like pirate games either. I think pirate games are stupid. It's such a stupid concept.
I grew up looking at the martial arts fantasy stuff from China, as you can see from Where Winds Meet and stuff like that. So when I see samurai stuff, I'm like, you guys don't fly. Yeah, or stuff like that, right?
You don't do the fancy, the wushu. What is it? The wushu genre. You might put some pizzazz on this sword fighting.
Yeah,
like this shit is
sword
boring.
fight isn't as fancy or flamboyant, but but it's real combat, right? So
he wants Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon type shit.
Yes,
that is just boring shit. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that is actually a great movie.
I don't like pirate. I don't like
that was a great
pirate games either.
I
think the only thing worse than a pirate genre is racing genre. It's like, oh man, that would be a hard
find my
swallow.
In a racing genre.
If they told me you can only pick two genres, pirate or racing, I'd be like, I'd just rather die.
Yeah, but like Terry said,
death.
You could find my car in the racing genre. Again, you can find my car in the racing genre.
Can't find the pirate outfit. You don't have a pirate outfit hidden in the closet. You know what I'm saying? All right. Sean, and I know you played a lot of games. What's your game of the year so far?
Oh my god, man, so many games.
Out of the fucking 1,300 games you played this year.
What's your game of the year?
I play more than that. I play more than that.
Bro.
What's your game of the year?
Oh my god.
He don't remember the games he played. Many. He got to remember what they are.
Every time I open up my feed, he got a new platinum walkthrough, bro. Every time I'm like, damn.
Yo.
I like Siberia.
He has that plaque on the wall.
Siberia Remastered was kind of cool. So I like the Siberia game.
That's your game of the year, Siberia?
No. I'm just saying that. It's just a good game. That's not my game. But if
you know what? You know what? I'm gonna go through everybody else. You keep because I know you got a lot. So
I actually got.
Oh, you got it? All right.
Yeah.
What is it?
They forgot Silent Hill F. They forgot Silent Hill F.
Oh, Silent Hill F. Okay.
Silent Hill F was like from what I was watching from it, it looked really badass game. I can't believe that.
Wait, did you play it? Did you play
that
it?
Story is wild as fuck.
No, we're not doing here. We don't do the watching thing. No.
Hey,
no.
Watch the boys stream.
No.
You gotta pick a game you watch when you play all the games.
No, because then you're gonna start rumors. 60 Frames don't like me watching games. No. Game that you played.
We don't play games. We identify as gamers.
We identify as gamers.
Come back to me.
Hey, your boy Sean was watching my stream.
Why you said come back next week for the answer?
No. Because I have to go through the list. I'm going to have to go through the games I played.
So let me go to Terrabin. For the games you played, what's your game of the year?
I'm not going to choose a game I haven't played. So I can't say Death Stranding. I can't say Yotei because I haven't played those. But out of the ones I have played that have come out this year, it's between two of them. Right. It's between Battlefield 6 and Digimon Time Stranger. Both of those games are some of my all-time favorites because you have the Digimon story games that came out on the PS4 were really, really good. They really changed the whole bar as far as like what a Digimon game could be. People compared it to Persona, the Persona series. That's how good they are. And from what I hear, Personas are really good. Was it JRPG or what have you? And then Battlefield, obviously the multiplayer is coming back to form. It's been a while since we had a really, really good Battlefield game. I think the last really good Battlefield game was Battlefield 1, in my opinion, because 5 wasn't that good, and then 2042 was just an abomination. So seeing Battlefield come back to form is a pretty big deal for me because I prefer Battlefield as my premier FPS, and playing in multiplayer, playing it on the PS5 Pro, I got to give it to Battlefield. I think Battlefield will be my game of the year.
Right.
But that's just because I'm a multiplayer guy, So that's gonna be
cool.
gonna be. I'm gonna lean towards that.
It also ran without problem, right?
Wait, say that again. What's up?
It also ran without an issue, right?
Yeah, no issues there.
Yeah.
Runs really good. Yeah.
Was 2042 the one in space?
Yeah,
no,
that was the bad one. The 2042 was the one that was messed up.
2042 is one that had 128 players in a match, so the maps were really bland and flat and uninspiring. That was the main issue because they tried to go for something innovative and it didn't really work out the way that people had hoped. So that was the issue with that game.
Yeah.
Listen, am I the only one that doesn't appreciate the contrast? Because he said Battlefield 6 and his other option was Digimon. I didn't see that coming. That's some contrast in taste right there. I never saw that coming. From Battlefield 6 to Digimon? Yo!
Yeah, boots on the ground to Digimon.
That's like,
yeah,
yo!
That game is
I'm
very
like,
good.
Marines on the Warcraft to this shit. Yo, I was like, I appreciate the contrast. That's genuine right there. That's true. Hey, yo, Dope, I already know Doughboy. Doughboy's your toy. I know, it's your toy. Oh, you're gonna pull. Let me guess. You're also dynamic. You're unpredictable.
Very unpredictable.
I mean, I play a couple different things. I mean, just going through the list of things I played.
What's your game of the year?
You gotta balance it with job and everything. But I mean, if I had to say, let me think about it.
So Yote?
Yote, bro.
He said, let me check my Rolodex.
Come on.
It's like looking at the icon and asking him which NBA team he's gonna root for. Like,
as an ambassador of the single player society, you already know, bro.
I like it. Single player society.
I got it so love today.
SPS.
Bro, but another game I just played recently. I mean, it's not my game of the year, bro. I just played Jusant. I think it's called Jusant, the climbing game.
Yeah,
like I played that a couple of days ago. Yo, I like that. You know what I mean? Like,
I love the contrast.
In Yote, you know,
contrast in
after putting
game
in a whole work
I appreciate
in
this.
Yote, it's like I kind of like the little small, like 5-6 hour games. You know, have a little fun, different art direction. Like I like that. That game was pretty fun. So that was another one I played.
Like,
oh, P-Rock, I got my games.
All right.
My man had to look through a list of 1,000.
One game.
Okay, what's that?
Supposed to be one game.
It's one game.
I
It's
played
game.
Revelations.
It's game of the year, not games of the year. Game. Singular.
If we allow you to do that, we will never go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one game.
All right. But I'll pick one. I'll just pick one.
Okay.
I like Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
Shadows was good.
All right.
Because you haven't played Yote yet.
You just play
Yeah,
Yasuke.
That's gotta be a tough
game.
game.
You haven't played Yote yet, but there you go. All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So
But
my
I think
game of the-
Yasuke is a good step though in representation at least.
Nice.
Yeah, I think Yasuke is
Yeah.
a good step. Yeah.
Yo,
All right. So my game of
I
the my
gotta
game
play
of
it.
the year.
I'm still gonna play it. I'm definitely gonna put it.
So
Yeah,
my game of
Shadows
the
is
year.
good. People sleep on Shadows though, man.
All
It's
right.
really good.
That's on the list. So my game of the year from the games I played is Forza Horizon 5. God damn, that's a good racing game, bro. That shit pops. I didn't know what I was missing, bro.
Are you kidding? Are you sure? Right now?
And you can fly my car in it though.
That came out of left field.
Yeah. Hey,
You want to
hey,
talk
we got
dynamic?
about-
I'm the king
you
of
are touched
dynamic.
today, right? And P-Rock here.
No, y'all know that's a lie. They'll be like, "You going to hell for that one," because that's the biggest lie ever. People. Nah. So far, it was Death Stranding because Death Stranding was an amazing experience. But I don't know. It's something about Yote though. I'm fucking loving Yote. Like
immersive.
every bit of it. Immersive. The side missions, everything I like about it. And you know what I really love about it? You don't have to actually travel. It has a lot of like fast points. Like almost every point you could just instantly go there. I love it. I don't have to actually like ride the horse every single damn place. I could just zoom. I think that's what I like about it the most. And it's fast. It's instant. Yeah. Love it. I love everything about it.
Like everything you touch turns into fast travel. The Fox 10, the bamboo strikes, everything. The fucking the hot springs.
It's almost as Sony knew Porter Rock will play this game one day. We can't do this to him. He doesn't like this horse riding shit.
Bruh,
he doesn't.
You're the NPC, all right? Not the main character.
He knew. They knew Porter Rock is not gonna enjoy riding this damn horse back and forth. We'll just make every spot on the map a fast travel point. That's the term, fast travel. Everything is a fast travel. Even shit that shouldn't be fast travel, I'm like, oh, but it is a fast travel, so I'm gonna use it. Love it. And then what that does is it just keeps the pacing of the game so good. Because sometimes traveling, just like traveling for the sake of traveling, is
mundane.
I get it, bro. I get it. The only game that I loved traveling in was Cyberpunk, man, because that city was just so freaking crazy. It just looks so cool to drive around in.
I'm from Brooklyn, so I'm like,
I still need to play.
You can take the train too, though. You can take the train.
Death Stranding tried to do it, but not enough. Death Stranding tried to do it because once you get to a certain point, you can travel with that big ship, but not enough for my taste. It was better than the first one. I'm like, I can see you made some quality of life improvements. But Ghost of Yote, really, like literally the whole map is a fast travel map. Yep. Like you can fast travel. Listen, fast travel is so good. Like, all right, so in the game, there's certain spots like the inns or your own home where you have multiple things in the. Let's say like the inns, right? The hotels. They usually have like 5 vendors. There's a vendor that does your armor, the bow upgrades, the cartographer to give you maps. The vendor that sells you stuff. So you have within this small area, you can fast travel directly to them. So I don't even have to walk. Dope. I don't have to walk 50 feet to the next vendor. I just fast travel to the next vendor, and I'm in the same area. I don't even have to walk 50 feet. Like literally, I can see the vendor. Nah, I'm fast traveling to you because it's fast.
It's true.
It is. It's crazy. Yeah. The fast travel in that game is madness. You can fast travel in the same area you're already in. Yeah. And I love, oh my God, that's my game of the year, just for the fast travel. Listen, from this point on, I want every publisher and developer to use that as a blueprint. I don't want to even walk to the second floor. I want to fast travel instantly to the second floor. No more staircases. Don't even bother making staircases. I don't need it. I'm just going to fast travel to the second floor. It's amazing.
That's the thing, though, right?
It's amazing. I love it. I'm so in love with that game because of the fast traveling. I don't have to go anywhere.
I kind of understand it because you're from New York, right? So I imagine you just wish you could just teleport everywhere. Yeah. But being in
traveling,
I feel like it makes perfect sense.
Fuck
scenery down there.
I don't need to see no goddamn scenery. Like when I go to
Porter Rock,
like if I could go from Brooklyn to Manhattan, if I could go from Brooklyn to Manhattan and just jump to it, I do it. Like I don't want to be on the train and see rats and people fight each other and naked bums. I don't need to see any of that. I just need to be at the destination. That's it.
But how
Everything
could you
in
be
between?
How can you be the neighborhood-friendly Porter Rock out here in these streets if you're not on the streets? You're fast traveling.
I already told you, I'm only in some streets. I'm not in every street. I changed.
I mean, that's what I appreciate about Insomnia, because in a day where there's so many turnarounds in staff and talents in a lot of dev studios, like Insomnia seem to remember all the games that I have built. They kept their experience, right? So and then kept it going, right? As opposed to when you have a sequel, it looks like the devs forgot everything they learned from the patches that they had in the prequel, right? So, yeah, which is the fast traveling. Like I just, Yeah, it's great because when you find out one vendor in an RPG that sells something that's more expensive than the previous vendor that you've been, and you have to travel back without like fast traveling, or even if in Final Fantasy you have to get on a blimp, that's still more time than just fast traveling. Right?
Dragon Quest
you just
too.
want to get to the
Dragon
shop.
Quest too.
Yeah, Dragon Quest. You go to a town where there's no vendor that you wanted, right? So like
it's so underrated. I'm telling
you get right.
I'm telling you, when I fast travel from one vendor to the next, but we're still in the same area, I'm like, this is goated. This is goated. This is goated.
Hey, P-Rock,
like,
you know what? Then that's
because I don't want to. Sometimes I don't know where the vendor's at. Sometimes I'm like, where's the vendor? Fuck that.
The new Tesla that we're making is perfect for you. You can fast travel with it. You don't even have to worry about driving or anything. You don't even have a steering wheel in the car.
You laughing? I'm waiting for that shit to be legal. I ain't never driving. I'm never renewing my license again. Fuck, that shit ain't happening. I will lose all my driving skills. All right. Let me do some super chats real quick. Glassdoor
Gamer. Still have Forza though.
Okay. Oh, man. Glassdoor Gamer. Did you see Sarabon said their new console will have a co-pilot button? They are so cooked.
Oh my god.
Exile these PC guys out of the consoles. Did she really say that? A co-pilot button?
Yeah, it is.
In the interview? In that interview that she did?
Yeah.
On YouTube? Oh, I gotta see that interview.
Oh god, yeah, that's true.
Y'all already know what y'all already know what my video is gonna be tomorrow. I'm gonna watch that shit tonight. Co-pilot.
I can't wait to watch it.
Oh man, what are we doing?
You know what this really tells me is that they really just got people to just agree with all the DRM stuff that they started with during the Xbox Xbox One era.
Yeah.
They just broke what they did was they just lubed up their community first so they could slowly insert it in them. Yeah.
They chopped up the Xbox One.
Damn. Ready.
Damn.
Get it ready. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It was like now they're accepting it, co-pilot and all,
Yeah, but
are they going to try to twist that into a positive?
Yeah, and they keep on saying about
Quick Resume, and we got co-pilot.
Yeah, because they didn't have Colt Eastwood back then.
Yeah. They also complain about paying for playing online, but Xbox started that with Game Pass, not Game Pass, but
exactly. They did.
Gold,
Xbox
right?
Live.
Xbox Gold,
Xbox Live.
Yeah.
They did.
Oh man, they got co-pilot gaming. Co-pilot button. Oh man, Sony got share play? Nah, we're gonna one up. We got co-pilot.
They're gonna play for you. Yeah,
that shit is wild. All right, okay.
Pilot.
The next super chat.
Oh my god,
we got Glinzer. Shout out to Glinzer with a super chat. Thank you so much. Donkey Kong getting Game of the Year now is just throwing Nintendo a bone or banana in this case. So. But congrats to Nintendo for best.
Like that.
It says best, but congrats to Nintendo for best family game in 2025, 26, 27, 28. What was that? SNK.
Funny, dude.
Yeah, he's hilarious. SNK, want to hear a joke? Microsoft never get nominated. Xbox tax. Oh, man.
Oh, real quick.
How you release like 50 games and not one get nominated?
Real quick. Jada brought this up on Twitter. I don't want to steal his joke because this shit's fucking hilarious. He said, how the fuck do you have Halo, Gears, and Forza coming out next year, and none of those are the most anticipated games?
Oh, yeah, none of them. That shit's funny.
Matter of fact, they put The Witcher 4 on there, and that shit's going to be released in like 3 years.
That shit's funny. Yeah. Now, one game, the most anticipated game was an Xbox game.
It's got to be GTA
on there,
6,
but,
bro.
Yeah, GTA 6. Yeah, mostly.
I don't think it should be, dude. They already got it last year.
No,
we waited 13 years for that sucker.
Yeah, but they won the damn award last year.
It's like 30. Oh, yeah. But
that's because we thought we were getting it this year.
Yeah. Now we're not getting this year, so we're going to get it next year. Listen, GTA 6 is always going to be the most, anticipated until we actually get it. So until that thing actually comes out.
Yep. Got people making rap songs about it.
Maybe.
Not for most anticipated.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I anticipate Wolverine a little bit more than GTA, though.
The only problem is it's only on PlayStation. Only PlayStation game was voted.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
But not according to PC people. What if and eventually a day and date, right?
PC store,
or whatever. Right? Yeah.
They could what if
either one of them.
Yeah. They could what if what they want.
Yeah. Like in 2050. Jeez. Yeah.
Boy. This is for you, Silver Wolf.
All right.
Did he got to play Batman yet?
Oh. Hey, that's insane. Look at P. Riley. Look at the disgust on his face. Oh man.
my man playing mountain climbing sims.
Oh man.
But he still won't play Batman.
Bro.
That's true.
I promise you, dog. I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it. That's my word on everything. I'm going to play
it.
I haven't played it yet,
every week we're gonna talk about this. Every week.
Every week.
Matter of fact, yo, M, check general chat. Check general chat, Rick. I got something for you.
Okay. Wait,
it means Discord, right?
I got something for you. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
General chat.
Bobo Country, thank you for the super chat.
I got something for you.
Hey, I see you.
You love that, don't you? Yeah, you love it.
Thank you, son. Thank you.
I let you know I'm not faking. I beat it.
Okay, nice.
Okay. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I'm
you thought it was okay, so I hate you and I want you to die at your earliest convenience.
Oh my God! Damn!
Look at him, bro.
He's like, I hope you die slow. He's like, man. Came out like Samuel Jackson. Came out like Samuel Jackson over here.
Alcatraz for not loving the game.
My man came out like Samuel Jackson. He's like, you damn right, I want him dead, and I hope they burn in hell. Oh man! All right, we got Bobo Country $5 super chat. Thank you, Bobo. It says DS2 best game of the year nominated. Rainy character story alone clears Expedition 33. The dance number game of the year.
Damn, Rainy by herself.
But PC voters going to pick Expedition 33. Shaking my head.
Yeah,
man.
What do you mean PC voters? I'm not associated with those guys.
He said Rainy by herself.
He said Rainy by herself clears 33. The pregnant character.
I feel like there's a lot of Expedition 33 slander over here. Just because your Ghost of Yote didn't get nominated. Like y'all keep your little what do you call it?
I would not tolerate. He's like,
exactly. You don't jealousy. Relax.
He's like, and we got John Baptiste for $10 super chat. Thank you so much. So he says, in Ghost of Yote, you can even bring some of them to you. Ghost of Yote physical sales were down, and people claim that it was a failure. But Black Ops 7 sales down 61%, but they're quiet about it. Ooh, that's a good segue. Whoa. I love it. Let's look at this segue.
Before we segue, can I answer the game of the year thing?
Oh, yeah. You didn't mention yours?
No, my mic was being estúpido.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, it been estúpido?
Estúpido. So I'm kind of leaning like towards P-Rock. Like I really resonated with Death Stranding 2. Me and my wife had our daughter this year. My wife's name is Lucy. I was really into it. It was a beautiful game. It ran well. I haven't finished Yote yet, but I am starting to lean towards more with Yote. But if I had to pick a survival horror game or just a horror game in general, I would pick Chronos.
See, I was gonna say that. See, you should have gave me a second.
I knew Chronos. Silent Hill. You
guys think you're dynamic, but y'all not. Y'all predictable.
You said Forza.
See, I'm the only one that's unpredictable.
The reason why I pick it though is because the combat is like really janky and Silent Hill F. Okay. The story's way better, but I feel like everyone here can relate to Chronos. No, Silent Hill F is way better. It's just dark and fucking twisted, dude. But I think everyone here could relate to Chronos because they kind of put their own spin on the COVID pandemic.
Oh, okay.
So like they locked everybody inside, the fucking virus broke out. I think everyone could relate to that. And I just like the fact that you have to really cherish every bullet you have. You really got to like keep.
Oh, that sucks.
Like you really go down to your last. You always go down to your last bullet in that one.
Damn.
But the Silent Hill game is a better game if you watch it.
Oh man. Henry.
Fucking with you.
Shots. He's throwing shots. He's like throwing shots. All right. And speaking of
platinum, he about to take that platinum and slap in my face.
Oh man.
That's just gonna be platinum tomorrow. All right. Go ahead, Pete.
Speaking of shots, let's check out Black Ops 7. This is Black Ops, Call of Duty was always a tribute to, I mean, it's still a video game, but they always kept it grounded, like the story single player into actual combat, that dramatic, Michael Bay type war. But now this is what we're getting.
on it! Do some damage!
It's like a boss fight from fucking Suicide Squad.
This is some Destiny shit right here.
Yeah.
There's some shit you
First
see in
of all,
Destiny.
the fact that we're even talking about a boss fight in Call of Duty, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Boss fight?
They really thought they cooked that.
Yeah.
It's like a virtual reality. I guess they're trying to make like a God of War type of moment. So where you find
Fire on it! Do some damage!
Like at the end of Doom Eternal, you had to fight that. Like,
okay, so truly sci-fi stuff, right?
So a really bad whatchamacallit raid. Really
I saw this coming from a mile away.
It's the Temu Destiny. They turned Black Ops into Temu Destiny.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what they basically gave me too.
They turned Temu Destiny. Thank you. Like, what is going on? Like, what are they doing? Like apparently,
why you gotta bag
terrible
on Temu like that?
reviews.
Jeez, I'm just kidding.
Terrible reviews.
I don't use
sales are down. I never thought. Listen,
You notice that
for
Satya
decades,
Nadella didn't come out? You notice
for
that Satya
decades.
Nadella didn't come out this year and say it's the biggest launch ever.
For decades, people were wondering what would be the Call of Duty killer. Who would have thought it would be Microsoft?
Woo!
That's tough.
That's it.
I didn't see that coming. Like, that is wild. What are they doing? It's like I go back to Extreme. Just do the thing over and over. Like you had, even when it was bad, people still enjoyed it because it's still the same thing. Just do military shit, dramatic CIA spy ops military shit.
Yeah,
that's
like
it.
50-50?
Yeah,
that's
like Black
it.
Hawk Down stuff, right? So
Yeah, Black Hawk. Yeah,
Listen.
that's it. That's all you gotta do.
Listen,
You ran with it for
what we
20
were
plus
saying-
years. Just keep doing it. No one asked you to change it.
when we were saying that earlier, a person said that, we don't understand how these companies work. Listen, we understand better than these companies how they work. Why? Because we are the people buying the product. You
That
want us to
fool's
buy your
just
product,
trolling.
keep giving us what we want over and over and over again, and we will buy it over and over and over and over again. Again, look at freaking Coke. Coca-Cola sells, like it came out in 19 whatever the fuck, and it is selling more and more and more and more because people just want it. I literally, one of the people that I visit, family friends, I go there the other day and they had a bin full of empty Coke bottles, just like 16 of them shits.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like,
Health
damn,
bars.
you guys consume a lot of Coke, But guess what? They go there again and again at the store, and they go to the same aisle, in the same store, in the same city, in the same country, having the same fucking drink. Okay? Listen, sometimes people just want what is familiar to them. Again, Nintendo in the gaming space proves this perfectly. They've been releasing the same Pokemon game over and over and over again. People have been hunting and collecting and catching them all over and over and over again. Give them the exact, it's baby formula. Give the exact same thing. When a woman is pregnant at the age of like whatever she is, right, 28 or whatever, and then 5 years later she's pregnant again, she wants to buy the same baby formula she bought for her same child. She doesn't want you to have diverted or given different flavors or whatever. No, the same thing. Sell the same thing. Okay? And another person said, they have to provide something new. And here's the thing. PlayStation can provide new exclusives. No problem. Just keep them exclusive because that's your baby formula. That's your Coca-Cola recipe. Give the same fucking product. Hey, listen.
Facts.
Helldivers should have been exclusives. Concord should have been exclusive. All of it. Because guess what? Not being exclusive didn't save Concord. Because that's another thing that people say all the time. They're like, hey, these games need access to as many people as possible. Well, access to people doesn't mean that people are going to get there, okay? Just because you make yourself available to people doesn't mean that people want to be available to you. Do you understand? Like, it's just
That sounds
They
about right.
didn't choose Concord. PC did not save Concord. Hell Harvest 2 would have been successful regardless of whether or not it was on PC. Okay? So again, PlayStation, focus up. Give people exclusives over and over and over, and they are going to choose them over and over and over. And in the cases where they're not going to choose them, like let's say Fair Games or Marathon or some of the other bad exclusives that they had, like Godfall and everything like that. In those cases, being on PC isn't going to save you. Okay? There is no game that is going to do abysmal on PlayStation but wonderful on PC. That does not happen. If anything, the reverse is true. There are plenty of games that are going to do wonderful on PlayStation and abysmal on PC. So again, give the people what they want from you, okay? Deliver them what they want.
Well said. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
He nailed it. He nailed it right on the head.
Like, was that the outro or something? Because I thought we had more to talk about. Yeah.
I think that's that. I think he said it all. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I know some people are saying that it's the developers. I'm thinking, damn, but it's just strange how I don't know, Michael. I don't know if the publisher has an influence it, or maybe it was just developer oopsie. Or maybe they have guidance. I don't know. It just, looking at that scene, it just reminded me they're trying to copy Destiny. It just looked, it's just a bad way.
Yeah.
A teamy, bad version of Destiny. And I don't understand why. I don't know what they're doing. I don't get it. And some people said there's a mission where you team up with zombies. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Even if they say, oh, you got to play the game to understand the context, I'm like, Black Ops military guys teaming up with zombies in a real story. Like, I understand the zombie mode, but that's just fun co-op, things you do together. But in a single player campaign, like I don't know. Like, when's the next one? You're gonna team up with Jesus? Like, I don't know. Like, where we going with this? Where we going with this? Like, where we going with this? They ran out of stories.
I think it's an accumulation of things like over time. Remember, they said COD was too big to fall, but then over time, like, it just fell off. You had the SBMM thing that people really didn't like. I mean, they had the Nicki Minaj skins and goddamn what's his name?
Family Guy
skins.
Oh
that.
My God, bro!
Hate that. It's like they strayed so far away from what made them popular, what made them famous, like for the money. And sometimes you sell out to the dollar. Sometimes you do what you shouldn't do, and it ruins the product. Now they dealing with a situation where Black Ops 6 came out at the perfect time. Well, not Black Ops 6, I'm sorry. A Battlefield 6 came out at the perfect time. Now you got a competitor that people are actually playing and enjoying, and it's overtaking Black Ops or Call of Duty. It's like, wow, that's insane. Nobody really thought that was going to happen. Yeah.
You know what's crazy?
And
they did all those stupid moves because they're trying to copy Fortnite and the way they do things. I'm
exactly.
Like, you literally have your own identity. Your identity is Call of Duty. Stick to your identity. It's a stupid mistake trying to be Fortnite. You're not Fortnite. Let Fortnite be Fortnite. And even if they're making so much money, it doesn't mean you have to impede and intrude on that money. You have a franchise that's been successful for decades. Remain that franchise. You're the standard for that franchise in terms of military shooters and all that stuff. Don't change to be someone that's better. Like, don't be a Fortnite, because Fortnite is Fortnite, and no one's going to be able to be a better Fortnite. So don't try to be.
Yeah.
Like, it's wild how some of these companies ruin their own identity when that identity is what people want. It's like Extreme says. We just want more of that. Because even when Call of Duty had terrible games, it was still, in essence, Call of Duty. And people still went to it because it's Call of Duty. It's like Madden football. It sucks, but it's Madden. So people want Madden. Even though it sucks, but it's still Madden. Don't be something you're not.
Well, Madden is the only game because, they signed a contract where there could be no 2K. Right, so.
But even then, when 2K had NFL, Madden was still, even though 2K was still good, Madden was still the primary game people mostly played. It was still the go-to football game. I think one year 2K really was competitive. 2K5? I think it was 2K5.
Yeah, 2K5.
Yeah, that was badass. That was goated. But more often than not, though, Madden was the go-to game to play because it's Madden. Just be mad at it.
Like, why
That's
would
all you gotta
take
do.
the
You ain't
take
gotta
the
do no weird
product so
shit.
much to the point where your fans just feel like they don't want to play it no more? That's insane.
You know, it's wild.
But yeah, I think you know, Rock, you and M hit it around the target where, because I do think somebody up there just told these developers that to go after a demographics that aren't playing this game. Right, that's why they are made the game to feel and play like something that isn't catering to the crowd that continue to support this game. Right, they're trying to garner new audience, but you know, as in every step that Microsoft has taken trying to capture a new audience, they continue to alien their own base, like, you know, little by little or a lot by a lot. Right, so, and then even their the most hardcore supporters seem to be leaving them. So, like, you can't do this, right? Like, if you want to do a raid, look at how Division does it, right? Fight a giant missile launcher or something. Don't fight a giant man. Yeah, find a missile launcher. Fight a chopper, right? Like, you know, Rambo use a explosive arrow or whatever. But right. Yeah.
You know, I think
fight a tank. Don't you know? Be a warfare. Don't fight a giant
zombie,
whatever that is.
A 50-foot zombie. But you know, but here's the thing. They need to go back to a simple formula they did back then. Back then, they didn't take a successful franchise and then try to change it to reach a new audience. You know what they did back then? They created a new IP. What a concept. So Microsoft or Sega or Sony, anybody, you see a new audience, they be like, yeah, we need to reach out to that new audience. Don't take an existing IP that has an established audience that wants that game. Stop being lazy and create an IP franchise for that audience you're going after. And that's perfectly fine. But stop using current franchises that you know that you built up a fan base and now trying to appease a fan base that's not there. Just create new IPs to get those guys. You know why? Because at the very least, you're trying to track them directly with something new and for them. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of this laziness of trying to shit that we like, and they're going to use the shit we like, try to attract a new audience. The new audience don't like it because it's not really genuine. Yeah. And we don't like it either because you changed what we liked about it. So now no one likes the fucking game. Yeah. And then it's our fault. Oh, we didn't make money, so we have to make drastic decisions. Well, that's your fault. You were the dumbass that made stupid decisions. You want to attract a new audience, create games for that audience. And leave our shit alone.
Push it to the farthest. Don't try to stay over here and then go a little bit over because you're not catching. You're losing both ends, right? So
just create new IPs, right? And if you can attract a new audience, at least you didn't ruin the audience that's there with their games that they like. Like, they got to go back to that. They got to go back to like, how can we take an established IP and expand it to new audience? You can't. At least not to the degree you want, without ruining what the IP is. How about you just make a new IP and create new characters, a new environment, new everything, specifically for that audience you think that you're going after.
And let it live and die on its own merits.
That's just how it is.
Team that worked,
existing franchise, right?
That's what they should have done. That team that worked on Black Ops 7, you should have just made like a sci-fi game or something.
Yeah, a sci-fi zombie game based on military zombie guys. Just a whole new.
Yeah,
they're literally
call it Killzone.
You know, whatever, or call it, or I don't know, or spin-off. Like, I think that would be cool. Call of Duty Dark Arts. Just a complete spin-off of the Call of Duty franchise. You still got Black Ops 7 and then a whole new Call of Duty Dark Arts, something, you know, something like, all right, what's this about? But at least you know, all right, it's a whole new game, whole new thing. All right, maybe, okay. But people wanted Black Ops 7 and you gave them Team Move Destiny.
Like future warfare instead of modern warfare. Future warfare. Right?
Or something. You know?
War in space. Yeah.
It's wild, bro.
Call of Duty, Star Wars. Yeah.
You know.
Unfortunately,
hold on, let me do the super chat real quick. We got Glenzer, $2 super chat. Thank you so much. COD was once invincible. The power of Microsoft. Yo, for real, bro. Only Microsoft could find a way to make like something like an immovable object move. Only Microsoft can do that shit. Only Microsoft can find a way. like oh, this is unstoppable force. Oh, hold my beer. We'll
Microsoft
fix
better
it.
never get Superman. They're gonna
Oh
make
shit,
They're gonna make Superman
we're
into
achieving
a weak ass
success. Let's fix that. we got games that are automatic winners. Ha! We will repair that deficiency, and then we'll blame it on the studios and lay them off. Like
that's the thing. They bought that franchise and they look at the numbers of players and the much of revenue they could bring in, but they're like, this is not good enough. So, they tried to twist it. Put a monkey wrench in the whole thing.
Like,
try to go too far.
Bobby Kotick, the CEO, knew they were gonna fuck this shit up. He's like, you have no business being in video games. Like, none. I don't even know why you guys tried. He told him, he's like, listen, I got my money. Yeah, but I'm gonna let you know, Microsoft has no business in video games. He even said it. He's like, listen, I'm
gonna let you know this shit for free. Yeah. I'm gonna give you this one as a freebie. No consultancy fee.
Yeah, free nerf.
Bobby's like, listen, I know I'm a. He's like, I know I'm a piece of shit, and even I know you guys shouldn't even be part of gaming. And I'm a piece of shit, so that should tell you something. Like, man. All right, so that's it. Hey, that's all the topics. Unless somebody got something to around the horn.
Yeah, I have something real quick. Like,
what's going on?
Call of Duty was already on its way out. Like, even in 2022, they announced that they didn't want to do a yearly release.
Oh.
Yeah, it was. Even like in 2022, they announced that they didn't want to do a yearly release anymore. And then they got purchased. The purchase went finalized in 2023. And I'm pretty fucking sure Microsoft was like, bitch, we just spent $70 billion. You're fucking making a Call of Duty every year, which is why they're just cutting their games in half now. You got 2 back-to-back Modern Warfares. You got 2 back-to-back Black Ops games. Next, you're probably going to get, this is my estimated or my educated guess, you're probably going to get 2 World War games next, too. They're probably just fucking like, dog, what the fuck? And the community finally sees that shit now. Like, bro, you're literally selling us the same game twice for 70 to 100 bucks. Fuck that bullshit. You're cutting the game in half, selling it to us for double. Fuck you. I don't know, but like the player count speaks for itself. Last year, the launch was at like 350,000 day one, and I think it reached to 500,000 at the peak. And right now, I think it's at like 50K.
Gee, wee.
Like they got
hot damn. That is insane. That is insane.
Yeah,
he said hot
and
damn.
I know people want to be like, and that's
he put that southern twang to that.
That's with like 6 fucking Call of Duty games in that launcher too. Like,
man.
I think the peak went up to 100,000, but I think before the game launched, it was steadily at 30,000. So it only sold like 70,000 on fucking Steam. Like, what the fuck? I don't know. All I know is next quarter, studios are getting fucking gutted because none of their games sold this year.
Okay. Microsoft, where games go to die, man.
They want that 30%, and they gave them negative. Like, yo, what the fuck?
That Xbox stench. I don't know, man.
Yep. Damn graveyard
you can't rush a good product, and that's how they did though. They rushed everything because they want everything to be done like in 18 months. Yeah.
Oh man, all right. Anyway, all right, we're gonna wrap this up because I'm hungry. We're gonna do our outros. All right, we'll kick it off with Chill Will.
Hey, everybody, hit that like button. Yeah, you guys can follow me on YouTube at AHChillWill. I love streaming survival horror games. Next, we got Stalker 2 this week, and probably Code Violet next month. So
Code Violet.
Should be a good time.
Code Violet. I saw that. There we go.
Just to go to my Super Bowl, Resident Evil, in February.
All right, nice. All right, we got Extreme.
Yo, people, listen. Very good talking with obviously the panel. Thank you for the chat for being here. I think that again, the takeaway, is that this year has been phenomenal for gaming. Absolutely. There are so many titles there. If you were to sit through and even talk to the rest of the awards, because so many more games are recognized than just the Game of the Year category. I think you could not deny, in any good faith, that this has been a tremendous year for gaming. So, enjoy your games, whether it's Expedition 33 or something else, go ahead and enjoy yourselves. Because at the end of the day, it is so great to be a part of a moment that I honestly think that people, the way they're using the PS3 and the PS4 against this generation, they will use this generation in the future against whatever's going on at that time. Because when people look back at these things, they're gonna be like, damn, we had a good year. So don't wait until the future to enjoy something in retrospect. Yeah, exactly. Don't wait 10 years to enjoy today. Enjoy it when it is here. Enjoy it right here and right now. And don't listen to those grifters online that are trying to make you just hate everything that you see in gaming. Okay? So that's what I wanted to say.
Listen, they're going to need something.
How they did.
They're going to need something to hate the PlayStation 6, so they're going to use the PS5. The PS5 is going to be great when the PlayStation 6 is out. It's going to be fantastic. Oh, man. Such a great console. Why do I need a PlayStation 6 for? I could play this on my PS5.
It just in chat today, somebody said PS3 was great, but it actually wasn't. at least in its time.
True.
In hindsight.
I love how people shit on fucking cross-gen games. Like, Ragnarok was on the PS4. This was on the PS4. But no one ever brings up Forza Horizon 5 was on Xbox One. Halo Infinite was on Xbox One.
Yeah.
Tears of the Kingdom, fucking Pokemon Legends ZA. That's a fucking
Breath of the Wild.
Nintendo's Breath of the Wild.
Wii U.
And fucking, but they like to gloat about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Like, bitch, that shit was on the Wii U. The fuck? Or fucking, let's use newer games. Pokemon Legends ZA, that's on the Switch One. Metroid Prime 4 is coming out. That's on the Switch One. But they're just like, oh, these games are fucking great. This is the greatest thing Nintendo's ever done. I'm like, bitch.
Yeah, and all their games has to run on Series S for crying out loud. That's
So.
You guys really don't keep that same energy. Like,
nope. It's just how it is, man. All right,
that's a good point.
Yeah.
What's going on? But yeah, thank you for actually having me on the panel, and thank everybody in the chat. Make sure y'all drop a like for P Rock. And if you want to follow me, I am on Sean K the King on YouTube. I do trophy guides and game reviews of all PlayStation games that go to the PlayStation Store. So if y'all need gameplay, I'm the go-to guy for that. So appreciate you.
All right, Henry.
Hey, I'm gonna want to see that platinum on that Silent Hill F that you talked about, right?
Yeah, I definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just watch it.
Yeah.
Now you gotta do that. You gotta redeem yourself.
Yeah, I do. Okay, I got you.
All right.
Hey guys, my Twitter handle is Hank117. 117 being the Spartan number for Master Chief because he's awesome. Well, he was awesome until he took off his helmet in the TV show.
Master Cheeks.
Yeah.
And showed you butt cheeks.
And my Instagram is _art by Henry _. Check it out if you like artwork. I appreciate being here. I appreciate my time every week with these great group of guys. There is absolutely a game that you can find to play that you want to play that you'll like on the millions, or if not the thousands of games that are on the PSN network or Game Pass if you must. Don't always just look at the AAA and what's popular. Look through what you like to play. There's something you enjoy. So enjoy playing games. It's a great time to be a gamer, and this is such a good hobby. I wish more people would like to play games. Yeah.
All right.
And have a good week, because it's only
I wish
Tuesday.
more people would like to play. Yeah. But you got TikTok. It's because the competitor TikTok is winning.
Yeah, but some people don't like to play games. That's not part of their hobby, right, or activity, right? So you do have to divert time to play, and it's I feel like they're missing out because the whole idea of pushing tech forward is to entertain, right? It's not just for you to sit there and watch video games. Like eventually it'll be just like Ready Player One, but hopefully not as corrupt or dangerous. But you can immerse yourself in gaming so good. So I can't imagine being in that world. But then there's also anime Sword Art Online where you're trapped in the virtual reality because some game developer hated everybody and wanted to trap people. And if you take up the headset, you die, right? So check it out. It's called Sword Art Online. The first season is good, and then everything just fell apart from there. So just watch the first season. I think you'll be good. Yeah.
He just hated
Yeah, it's like the
everybody. That's
developer
crazy.
released this new online game with a virtual headset, and all the kids hooked up and hooked in, and they basically went into a coma. They're stuck in that game. And if you die in that, if you get killed in that game, you die in real life, basically. Or if you try to disconnect, you die, right? So you have to basically try to solve the game so you can save everybody, and that's basically what the protagonist did. It's a great concept.
That horror movie, Stay Alive.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right.
But anime isn't nearly as horrific. So, yeah. But it's
I don't
nicely
know, man.
drawn,
Certain
nicely drawn
anime is
artwork.
pretty
Yeah.
damn gnarly.
For real. That is something.
All right. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And of course, this is your only friend.
damn, bro.
Oh wait, Doughboy. Damn, Doughboy. My bad. North Carolina.
You're about to sneak him out, just like the way he snuck in.
He says,
Man said he's hungry, okay? He's trying to get your food. Man said he's hungry. He's like, God damn, how many panel members
Yeah, bro.
have
Taco Tuesday.
We got rolls with this, bro. My stomach's drop kicking my back.
Right. Yo, shout out to the panel. Shout out to the chat, man. Like you said, make sure y'all play games and everything. Yo, shout out to my Carolina Panthers, man. We won a tough game this week.
Did y'all?
That game was amazing. Yeah. So it's all good. But yeah, much love to the panel, man. I appreciate my time every week. You know what I mean? So yeah, P-Rock, go get you some food, man. We'll be back next week. Peace out, y'all.
Shout out to Victor Wembanyama from Spurs. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Okay. All right. Hey. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody for all those that congratulated me on my retirement. Thank you so much. It is absolutely amazing. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's it. My next chapter is being wrapped. It's being rewritten. Old chapter closed. New chapter coming. But thank you so much for the congrats and everybody. I appreciate you fellas for coming through to the podcast. Thank you for chopping it up and talk gaming and stuff like that. Well, anyway, your only friend these YouTube streets, Porter Rock 77, and I'm out of here. I should be able to go live Friday. We'll keep it up. We'll see what's going on. Definitely want to talk about Copilot on Xbox.
Copilot.
I gotta see what the hell that's going on. I don't know what the hell's going on. But anyway, and let me show you. So because I don't think I showed it to you.
Talk about your favorite game, Forza Horizon.
Yes, absolutely. I will give you a thorough review on that one. Volcanoing. But look at this.
Don't watch it. Don't watch
it. The final award. My retirement.
Yeah.
The Legion of Merit. Crazy.
So if you were a Hollywood character, like in about 2 years, you'll be forced out of retirement because somebody kicked your dog, and then
it'd be
took
like
your
John
car,
Wick.
so you would chase after him.
Somebody kicked my PS5 Pro. We'd be like, gonna get Baba Yaga up in here.
Or somebody kidnap your family, then you have to go get him back, like Liam Neeson.
No, I ain't got to worry about that. If you kidnap my wife and daughter, I give you 24 hours before you bring them back. Yeah, they'll be back in 24 hours. The kidnapper be like, listen, I'm sorry. Just you got them back. They're good. In fact, they're in better condition than we found them. We're good.
We give them a manicure and pedicure.
Yeah, I ain't keeping them.
Took them to the spa. Right?
He'd be like, if I get a phone call, we kidnap your daughter. I'd be like, I give you 24 hours. And then you know why? You need to pay me to take her back. Click. Dring, dring. Yeah. How much you want? They'd be like, how much you want? How much you want? We'll give you the money now.
Hey, real quick, shout out Glenzer. He was like, Forza Motorsport retired before P-Rock.
Ouch.
I thought we, when they announced the Steam console, I thought we weren't going to talk about Xbox at all this week.
He said, that's wrong. All right, anyway, you guys take care. He said, I outlasted Forza Motorsport. All right, you guys take care. Peace. That's funny.